Alright guys, this second part of our video, CrewAI Clone. Now we're gonna get another demo here guys. I'm passing you this prompt in order to create a reset agent. Okay, here's the prompt. Build a reset agent with managed agents. Use GLM as model with 3 sub agents. And you can see guys, actually the agents start working immediately. It start working. And then at the end, we're gonna give fully working agents. Okay, you're gonna see start working here guys, start working. And in a matter of seconds, we're gonna get here fully working agents. Okay, as you can see, created to do, it created to do in here, guys. Okay, created to do. And as you can see, the agents finish here, guys. Actually, the agent is saving the agents in database. And as you can see, we got here fully working agents. Okay, we got here fully working agents. And here you can see, we got here reset agents. And you can see they use here GML as model. And for sub agent here, let me check here for sub agent. You can see we got here web scraper and we got here researcher. Now I'm passing to the model to the image agents. Okay, for the image agent, we need to pass here the model. We're gonna pass here the model like this, and then we're gonna hit save here. And actually, we got a fully working agent. Okay, here's a fully working agent, guys. Now we're gonna continue where we left up in previous video. We're gonna fetch the json-agent tree from database. Then we're gonna move on point 9 where we're gonna save the agent tree. We are going to move on point 10. We're gonna work on the execution section, which is an interface that allows us to interact with a chatbot. We're gonna move to the point 11 where we're gonna update the json-agent-builder skill. We're gonna move on point 12 here where we're gonna add more tools within our system. And then we're gonna work on the last chapter where we're gonna work on only on demos. We're gonna learn how to build sheet agents, email agents, calendar agent, ChatPDF agents, image agents, and reset agents. Let's get started. Alright guys, now we're gonna learn how to fetch the JSON agent tree from the database. Okay, that's what we're gonna do right now, guys. Actually, the agent is able to call the save agent tree. So in order to save the JSON agent tree in the database. Okay, now we're gonna fetch that. I'm going to head into, you can see actually we got here the API folder. Okay, you can see we got here API, and then we're gonna head into agents. Okay, you can see we got here agents. Now I'm gonna head into agent tree. Now let's head into root.ts, and now we're gonna pass here an endpoint in order to retrieve the JSON agent tree from the database. And as you can see, we pass here agent service. Then I get access to the fetch pass exec tree. Yeah, I should pass here a good name. Fetch JSON agent tree. Okay, we are going to call the function. We're going to invoke the function, and then we're going to fetch the agent tree from the database. Okay, let's go back here, and then I'm going to pass here this. Let's go back here. We're going to pass here fetch and pass a fetch JSON agent tree, and then we're gonna get that tree. Okay, and as you can see, we have the name is agent tree. Now I'm going to head into the store folder. Okay, here's the store folder. Now inside the store folder, I'm pass here another slice, agent tree slice. Okay, here's the agent tree slice, and as you can see, we pass here a function get agent tree in order to hit that endpoints that returns the agent tree. I'm gonna click here. I'm gonna head into project first, projects, and then I'm gonna pass here this get agent tree. I'm going to hit that endpoints agent / agent tree. We're gonna send only the project ID. Okay, and as you can see, if I hit move here, you can see we can head into the agents, agent tree, root.ts. You can see pass here only the project ID. Okay, and then we take it, we pass in here in order to get the agent tree. Okay, in here you can see inside the project.ts we got here the function that get the data. Now we take the function and we pass it into the agent tree slice. Here's the agent tree slice. We invoke the function in here, and then once we get the agent tree, we're gonna pass it to the agent tree states. Okay, and you can see passes some extra reducers in order to get data. Okay, and once we got that, I'm going to head into now the index, and then we're going to pass here the agent tree slice. Now let's head into the CrewAI builder. I'm gonna head into CrewAI builder. And in here, I'm going to import here the fetch agent tree. Okay, we're gonna import here the function. Then I'm going to pass here. I'm gonna extract here the agent tree is equal use selector hook, and we get access to the agent tree. Now I'm going to invoke the function. I'm checking if we have the project ID. If we have the project ID, we're gonna invoke the function. And then at the bottom here, I'm gonna pass a use effect. And then inside of our use effect, I pass a set timer. I'm gonna wait for 1 second in order to run the function build nodes. We're gonna invoke it. And then once we invoke it, we're gonna pass data to the canvas. Now let's head into the browser and see what we got in here. I'm gonna refresh the page here. We got data in here, guys. Here's the data. Okay, this is the data, guys. We got data in here, guys. Now I'm gonna show you how to save the agent tree. You can see if I pass an input to the agents, we pass here an input. We ask the agent to build as a, let's say, where agents. It's gonna finish, and then it's gonna call the save agent tree tool. And once you call that tool, we are going to see here in the visual editor, we're gonna see here the agents. Okay, if I refresh the page, you're gonna see, if I refresh here, you're gonna see we're gonna have here the agents. Okay, we're gonna fetch the agent here again from the database. Okay, in a matter of seconds. Okay, let's wait a bit. We're going to fetch here the agents. Okay, we fetch, yeah, you can see actually fetch here the agents. And this is the position that this is the actual position that we got from this node here. Let's say modify this position. I move the input node right here, and I move the web script node right here, and the model node here, and then I move here the manager nodes at the top. You can see, let's say I want to save this position. In order to save this position, I'm going to click here on the button. You can see, actually we got here the button. Once I click here, I'm going to save the actual position of the nodes, okay, on the canvas. That's what we're gonna do right now, guys. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to head into the agent tree. As you can see, we got the agent tree here. Now I'm heading to the roots, and we got here only one endpoint that we use in order to fetch the agent tree from the database. Now I'm gonna pass here the save agent tree function, and I'm extracting here the project ID, user ID, agent tree, nodes, and ages. And I pass here update or create agents. Okay, we're gonna pass here project ID, user ID, ages, nodes, but also we're gonna pass here the tree. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to head into in here. I'm going to head into the CrewAI builder. We're gonna head into the CrewAI builder components, and as you can see, we got here the header. You can see we got here the header. Okay, let's say I do something like this. I remove here the header. And if we head into in here, you're gonna see we get rid of the header. You can see actually we don't have the header. Now we're gonna pull the header back. So in order to pull the header back, and pass you this. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a component. I'm going to create a component for the header. I'm gonna copy something. Let me show you. I'm going to create the canvas header components. I'm going to take that right here. Let me copy everything in here, and then we're gonna head into here, and then I'm passing here canvas header component. I'm passing canvas. Yeah, we're gonna pass a canvas header .csx, something like this, and then we're gonna pass in here. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to head into the CrewAI builder, and then we're gonna get rid of this header. I'm gonna remove the header here, and then I'm passing this. Okay, in order to make stuff clean. And as you can see, we got here the canvas header, and we pass here his chart open prompt. We pass here say is chart open function. Okay, we pass here this. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to import the canvas header. You can see actually we got an header. We're gonna import it. Oh yeah, like this. And I'm going to get rid of these buttons at the top here. Let me get rid of these buttons. Now I'm going to copy something else. You can see we got here use select and use dispatch. I'm gonna copy these two, and then we're gonna pass inside the canvas header right here. Okay, like this. And let's go back in here again. I'm going to copy imports. I'm going to copy this. Okay, I'm gonna copy this, and then I'm gonna pass into the canvas header right here, like this. I'm gonna get rid of this to function like this. And actually I have the possibility to get access to nodes, and I have the possibility to get access to edges. Okay, agent tree. Okay, right here I'm going to pass here. You can see if I head into the agent builder slash agent builder. Okay, agent builder slash. You can see at the top we got something like this. We have here the nodes edges, and I want to get access to the builder slash. Let me copy that, and then we can pass it right here. I'm going to copy this again, and like this we're going to get access to the builder slice, and we're gonna extract here nodes and edges, and from the agent tree slice we're gonna extract only the agent tree. Okay, like this. And as you can see, we get rid of the error. Now we're gonna pass here another state, which is the loading. I'm gonna modify the value of the loading property when we're gonna make an HTTP request to the server. Now I'm gonna pass the function save canvas data, pass it the user ID, project ID, agents, edges, nodes, but also the agent tree. Now we're gonna pass here set loading. We're gonna modify the value to true. I'm gonna make an HTTP request to the server and pass the data agent/agent tree. And as you can see, I pass here some function like show success, and we have here the bottom show error. I use here these two functions in order to display the message that we're gonna get back from the server. Now we're gonna head into the package.json. I'm gonna head into package.json, and as you can see, I've already installed here React Toastify. Okay, tap npm install React Toastify. Once you install React Toastify, you're gonna head into the layout.ts6. Let me head into the layout.ts6, and in here we're going to pass here. We're gonna import toast. We're gonna import the toast container, and then I'm pass it right here like this. Now I'm going to head into the lib folder, and inside the lib folder I'm going to pass here another file, which is the React Toastify. As you can see, I pass in here React Toastify.ts, and we have the show success. We're gonna use the function in order to show a success message. We have a show header and show info. Okay, now let's go back into the canvas header, and then we're gonna get access to that. Okay, yeah, you can see pass it in here. Now I'm going to pass to the save button. I'm gonna pass here save canvas. I'm now invoke the function and pass here the loading property to disable the button, and I'm going to pass here loading. If the loading is equal to true, we are going to display a loading spinner. Else we're gonna show here the save button. Okay, like this. And at the top here, you still have your header. We are going to pass here the user ID as prop, and pass here the user ID. And then take that, we're gonna pass here. Let's go back inside the CrewAI builder, and you can see we have here the user ID we extracted from the session, and I'm going to pass it here like this. Okay, like this. Yeah, like this, guys, and everything is okay. Now let's try this. Okay, we're gonna head into here, and I'm gonna click here save. Oh yeah, you can see data saved. Okay, that's great. Great, guys. We just saved the data. So if I refresh here the page, I think we're gonna get here something like this, because we're gonna save even the position. Okay, let's wait. Let's see what we're gonna have here, guys. Oh yeah, as you can see, we got the same position. Yeah, we got the same position. Let me do something like this. I'm gonna move this here, and this here. Let's see if we're gonna get that position. I click here, data saved. Now let me check again. I'm gonna refresh here the page. Let's see if we're gonna get the exact position. Oh, we don't got the exact position, guys. We don't got the exact position, and I know why we don't got it. So as you can see here, if I head into, let's go into the agent tree. As you can see in here, guys, we got here this, this is the agent tree. And as you can see, guys, we don't fetch here the nodes. If I click here fetch agent tree, in here we don't fetch here the nodes. Now I'm pass here agent nodes like this. And once we got the agent nodes from the database, we're gonna go back here and we're gonna pass here data.agent nodes like this. Now let's head into the agent tree slice and we're gonna pass here nodes. As you can see, I pass here nodes, and I'm going to pass here now the nodes here too. Then inside the extra reducers, I'm going to pass here state.nodes is equal to action.payloads.nodes. Let's go back inside the agent builder, and in here we're going to pass here another function, apply db nodes. Okay, once we got the data from the server, I'm going to apply these nodes. Okay, you can see. Okay, I'm going to take that. The goal of that function is to basically apply the new nodes that we got from the database. Okay, I'm not apply it, and now I'm going to export that function and pass it here. Now let's head into the CrewAI builder, CrewAI builder. Okay, in here, and I'm going to extract the nodes. I'm gonna extract it from the agent tree slice, and as you can see, I rename it db nodes. Okay, this data that we're gonna fetch from the server, and I'm going to take it. And then I'm going to pass it in here. You can see we pass here build nodes. Okay, build nodes. We use the function in order to generate nodes from the agent tree. Now I'm going to apply here this function in order to overwrite the nodes array. As you can see, when we invoke the function, if I click here, build nodes. Okay, you can see we use the function in order to create nodes from the agent tree. Now I'm going to pass here states.nodes, and then I use the apply db nodes in order to overwrite the actual array. Okay, this is the goal of the apply db nodes. Now let's head into the browser and see what we got here. Okay, as you can see, actually we got the actual position here. If I move here, right here, let's see. If I move this here. Let's click here, save. And now I'm going to click here, refresh again, and see if we're gonna get the exact position. Okay, if we get the exact position, it means it works. And yeah, we got the exact position, guys. It works pretty well. Okay, we have the exact position, it works. Okay, and yeah, that's great, guys. And here, if I pass an input to the agent builder, like remove these nodes, it's gonna do it, guys. It's gonna do it, and it's gonna save the data. Alright, guys, now gonna work on the execution section. Here's the execution section. As you can see, we have here char box here. If I head into inside of our app, you can see, as you can see, we got here the visual editor where we have the weather assistant, and we have here the execution section. In the execution section, I'm going to have the possibility to interact with the weather agents. If I pass an input to the agent builder, let's say create me an image editor agent, I can pass it a simple input. Now, in order to test if our agent is working pretty well, we're going to head into the execution tab. Okay, is where we're going to test our agents. Now I'm going to head into inside of our app here. We're going to head into the API folder, and as you can see, I've already passed here something. I've already passed here folder charbots. Okay, you can see we got a charbots /stream. I'm now heading to root.ts, and you can see we got here test agents. Okay, this is the weather agent. Okay, and this is basically an agent tree. Okay, this is basically an agent tree, and as you can see, we got here the label, and you can see weather assistant. I copy this from the public folder /agents. If I head into working agent folder, and you can see we got here the weather agents, the JSON. This JSON has been generated by the agent builder. Okay, that's what we call the agent tree. Now I'm going to go back. We're gonna go back into the API folder. You can see charbots /stream. We're gonna head in, and now what I'm going to do in here, guys, I'm going to take here. I'm gonna take here the test agents. This is the test agent. I'm going to pass it to a function here, build multi-agent system. Okay, as you can see, I pass it in here. Okay, if I click here, and then you can see actually we don't have anything. We don't have a lot of stuff into the build multi-agent system. And you can see we pass the function, the project ID, user ID, but also we pass the agent tree. And at the bottom here, guys, you can see we have a function extra agent structure. Okay, I'm gonna click here and you can see here's the function. I pass it the agent tree. Okay, I should rename here and pass here where we have here nodes. I'm gonna pass here agent tree. Okay, agent tree like this. We pass here the agent tree. And as you can see, in here we got I take here the agent tree. And then I'm checking if we don't have here the node name is equal input, I'm going to throw an error. Okay, no input node found. Okay, this means that in every agent tree we need to have the input node. We need to have the input node, else we are going to throw an error. Now here you can see in here I take here the input node, and if I go back here, you can see here's the agent tree. Let me pass the agent tree like this. We're gonna take that and then we're gonna pass it right here at the bottom. We pass the agent tree like this. Now, as you can see inside the agent tree, we got here the input node. Okay, we got the input node. And then inside the input node, we have an array. If I go back here, you can see I take here the input node that children that found. You can see we are going to get here an object. And then we are going to use that object in order to create an agent. You can see, actually, we create an object here. Actually, you can see we create an object agent and we pass the instructions and then pass the agent node that config that instructions. As you can see, we are going to take here the agents. We're going to take the agent node and then we're going to extract the system prompt. We're going to extract the description. We're going to extract the label. And then we're gonna pass it right here. You can see we extract here the instruction. We extract here the name of the model. We pass the agent node that config that model. Okay, we extract here the model. As you can see, we extract here the model, and I extract here the label, but also agent node that config that tab. I don't know if we got this. Let me pass this. Let me check here. Yeah, you can see inside the config, you can see we have here position, label, icon, sub, system prompt, but also description. We take that and then we pass it here. Okay, and we do the same thing for the model. Okay, I'm checking here if the node name is equal to model. We are going to return here this object. Okay, we're going to return here the label, the node registry, the name, the config. We're going to return it. We're going to do the same thing. We are going to extract also the sub agent. We're going to extract the sub agents. Okay, and once we finish extracting the sub agents, we are going to have here an array of sub agents. Okay, and at the bottom you can see we are going to return the agents, agent tools, sub agents, and sub agent tools. That's what we can have from the agent tree. And if I run this function, I can head into here. I've already passed in here. Let me pass it right here. Okay, and you can see we got here extra agent structure. Let me take here this array here. You're gonna see what we're gonna have here, guys. It's pretty simple. I'm gonna take that and then I'm pass in here. Okay, yeah, you can see actually we got an error. Let me pass it again here. Let me copy it again. I'm gonna pass in here. Oh yeah, you can see actually pass in here. If I pass the agent tree, you can see here's the agent tree. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to invoke the function here. Let me pass here this cons. I'm gonna pass here this and pass here. I'm gonna pass here this and pass here cons working agent. Okay, something like this is equal to extra agent structure. We're gonna pass here agent tree like this. Let's run this working. Let's see what we have here. Working agents. Yeah, you can see here's the working agent. Okay, you can see first of all we have here the agents. We have inside of it we have instructions of the agent, which is the system prompt. We have here the model. For the model here we don't pass. I don't pass the model. Label with assistant and sub tools agent. Okay, now we have here the agent tools also attached to that agent. We have here this. We have here the model. We have here the set tool, but also you can see we have here the web scraper. Okay, this agent doesn't have here sub agents, and it doesn't have here sub agent tools. You know, if it is, let's say, sub agents can have a tool. Okay, this is structure. Okay, basically return here an object. Okay, that's what this function basically does. Okay, you can see pretty simple. If we're into build multi agents, you can see pass in here, and then we're gonna have here an object. Now, what we're gonna do next, guys, we are going to take the agents instructions. We're gonna use it in order to get access to sub agents. And you can see I iterate through the sub agents, and then inside the function we got here get model for sub agents and get tools for sub agents. I'm extracting a model for sub agents, but also I'm extracting here tool for sub agents. Okay, so before I continue getting into the details, I want to explain you something. Okay, guys, I don't want you to be lost. Okay, I want you to get everything. Now let me show you something here. You can see inside the lib folder, I've already passed in a folder which is the agent runner. You can see we have here the agent builder and we have here the agent runner. The agent runner is the agents that we're gonna pass into the execution tab. Okay, is the real agent. You can see this the agent. Now we are going to pass it to the agent runner in order to test it. And you can see we got here the tools folder. Okay, you can see we have here calendar tool. Actually, it doesn't work. In order to make the calendar work, we need an API key from Google. We have here the chat tool. This is a tool that we're gonna use in order to generate data that we can pass to a pie charts. Okay, this is basically a tool. We got here line charts. This is a tool that we can use in order to generate line charts. We can generate data that looks like this. If I invoke the tool, we're gonna end up with something like this. We have file system tool. We're gonna pass here file system tool. You know, guys, we can pass a tool that allows an agent to create a file, edit a file. We have here image tools. Okay, we got here quite a few tools like generate image tool. We have here read image tool, image editor tool. Okay, and if you want to get the code, head into chat files. Okay, you can see we have here a bunch of models. Now, this is the model that I use in order to generate an image. You can see passive flags contest pro. And let me check here. I pass here this flags contest pro. Okay, I think they've already modified here the name. Let me click here. Okay, I'm gonna click here. And in order to get the good name, okay, let me click here try. If you click try, you're gonna get the code. Okay, now I'm going to click here, try API. You're gonna click there and you're gonna copy the TypeScript code. We have here the mail tool. Actually, you can see I comment this stuff. I'm gonna show you how to create a mail tool. We're gonna use the tool in order to send an email. We have here query vector DB. Okay, we're gonna pass the tool to our agents so our agents can retrieve data into a vector database. You know, guys, if you ask the agent builder to build for you, let's say a ChatPDF, it's gonna need here the retriever. Okay, and you can see we got here a helper function. Okay, we got here a helper function, and then we invoke it in here in order to retrieve data. We're gonna pass the retrieving tool to the agent so that I can be able to retrieve data from a vector database. We got here another tool, guys, which is the read sheets. This tool, it allows to read data from Google Sheets. Actually, we don't have a Google API in order to get access to it. I'm gonna show you later. We have here set tool. This is a tool that we use in order to make website. As you can see, in our case, we got here we have here an agent, which is the weather assistant. And the weather assistant, in order to get the weather condition of a specific city, it needs a set tool. This is set tool. Now, in order to make it work, we're gonna need an API key from a provider. In our case, I'm using here Exa. Okay, head on Exa and then you're gonna get a key. We have here another tool. This is the last tool. Okay, as you can see, the agent can use the tool in order to write into Google Sheets. And actually, we don't have the key, and I comment this. Actually, it doesn't work. I'm gonna show you how to use it later. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to do that. Now, I'm gonna head into the tool registry. Now, inside the tool registry, we can see we got here no registry. Okay, so inside the no registry, let me show you something here. You can see no registry tab. the node registry tab represents available tools within our system. We have search, web scraper, retriever. We don't have here memory. Let me get rid of this. We got here the model. We have a sheet, read sheet, pie chart, line chart, vector DB, embedding model, send email, calendar event, read file, write file, read and update file, image generator, image reader, image editor. Okay, these are available tools that we can pass to an agent. And if I head into the public folder agent builder, and let's say we head into the skills folder, you're gonna see inside the skills folder we got here this. Now let me scroll the bottom here. Now I take here, I create a constant node registry, and I pass here the property search, and I pass here the two web scraper. You can see I pass here web scraper 2, retriever 2. I pass here the model, and for the model, as you can see, I pass here the model factory. So what is the model factory? So the model factory, you can see, is located inside the model folder. So the model factory is basically a function that takes an object. As you can see, we have here something. Let me show you. Yeah, you can see, actually we have here the model. It takes here an object, okay? Okay, let me show you how the model looks like. If I pass here agent 3, okay, yeah, you can see I'm gonna pass here const x is equal to json.stringify, and then I pass here agent 3, okay, like this. Oh yeah, let me pass here that again. I'm gonna pass here now. I'm pass here 2. I can pass here x1 to avoid errors, x1, and then if I type enter, you can see we got something like this. Okay, here's the agent tree. Now inside the agent tree, you can see if I scroll at the bottom, you can see we got here an agent. This is a model node. You can see this is a model node. So inside the model node, you can see we got here config. Config is right here. Now we have here the provider, but also we have here the model. So we're gonna pass here to the create model function. We're gonna pass it the model, and we're gonna pass the model object, and then I'll pass it that config, that provider, to get access to the provider, and to get access to the model, we're gonna pass here model config, that model. And once we got the model, we are going to take it. We're gonna return here a class, ChatPDF, and here we're gonna if we are using Google, we're gonna return here Google. Okay, but actually in our case, we're gonna use only ChatPDF. Okay, if you want to use another provider like Google, you can head on Google Generative AI and then get an API key, pass it in here. That's all the model factory basically does. We're gonna go back here. You can see past here the pie chart, line chart. For the mail tool, actually it doesn't work. That's why I comment this. I'm gonna show you how to get the API key. For this, I comment this. For the image generator, I comment these too. Now let's say I want to invoke the set tool. I can pass here this node registry, and then I can pass it search, and I can pass it that invoke, and then I'm going to invoke the tool. Okay, this is how we should invoke it. Okay, this is the node registry, is where we pass all our tools. Okay, you get the idea. You pass here all our tools. Okay, if I want to invoke the model, I can pass here. If I want to pass here the model, I can pass here this node registry, that model, and then that create. Okay, I'm going to pass here this. I'm gonna pass here create model. Okay, and as you can see, we're gonna do this, that create model, and then up here I should pass create model, something like this. Because if we get into the model factory, you can see this is a static function. Okay, to invoke it, we do something like this model that creates like this. Okay, and then we can pass here the config, and we're gonna get access to it. Okay, great, beautiful. You understand what is the tool registry. Now inside the tool registry, we have here the another file here, build agent tools. So at the top here, you can see we got get model for agents. We use the function in order to extract an agent from this JSON here. Okay, you can see this is the JSON. We are going to pass here game model for sub agents in order to extract a model for sub agents. Game model for tools agents, we're gonna use the function in order to extract tools, and get tools for sub agents. We're gonna use the function in order to extract tools for sub agents. That all, guys. Okay, that all. You understand literally everything. Okay, now let's head into the chatbots. Okay, and inside the chatbots, you can see we got here the extra agent structure. I've already explained you how it works. Now let's head into the chatbot runner. Okay, this is the chatbot runner, and in here you can see now we have here the build multi-agent system. I've already explained you this, and now we take the agents. Now we take here the agents instruction, that sub agents. We iterate through the array in order to extract model for sub agents and get tools for sub agents. Then we're gonna return here an agent. And then we're gonna do the same thing in order to get sub agent tools. I return that. Okay. You can see in here we basically return here tool, and then we give model for sub agents, model for agents, get tools for agents. Okay, we got here all the tools array, and then we create here the manage agents. Okay, here I got the main model, I got here main tools. I take all these tools and then I pass it here. And now we are going to have here function run agents. I'm going to take here the main agent that invoke. I'm going to invoke it, and then I'm going to return here the message. Okay, like this, and then pass it the stream agent. Okay, in case we need to do streaming, we're going to need that. Okay, now I'm going to go back into the roots. I'm going to go back into the chatbots /stream /root.ts. Let's head into in here, and now we are going to pass here. As you can see now, we extract here the stream agents and run agents. And let me go back here because I didn't return here this. We return here main agents, sub agents, run agents, stream agents. And if we go back here, now we are going to get access to that. And then we're gonna pass the run agent, we're gonna pass a message, and then we're gonna return here results. Now let's try this. We can head into the browser, and then you're gonna pass something like this. You can pass an endpoint like this. You're gonna pass something like this: API/chatbot stream. You're gonna pass the message, project ID, and user ID, and we're gonna pass it in the browser. And guys, you can see actually the agent response. Let me zoom a little bit. You can see we got here the results. Hello, I'm your weather assistant, here to help you to get accurate and up-to-date weather information. Okay, you can see here's the response. Okay, actually works. Now what we're gonna do next, guys, we are going to build. Now we're gonna start interacting with that endpoint. Okay, actually we got an endpoint. Okay, here's the endpoint. We already got an endpoint. Now we need to interact with it. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to head into here, and as you can see, we got here the execution chart. If I head into here, let me move here. Yeah, you can see here's the execution chart. Okay, here's the execution section. Now what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to head in. I'm gonna head into first we're gonna head into, let me show you something. We are going to head into the panel here, and then I'm gonna pass here folder. We're gonna name it execution chart. Okay, like this. Now we're gonna take here the execution chart. We're gonna pass in here. Okay, do that. Now what I'm going to do next, I'm going to take that, and then I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm going to pass it right here. Okay, I'm pass this here, and we're going to head into the chart panel. Here's the chart panel. If I pass here, chart panel. Okay, here's the chart panel. Copy everything in the chart panel, and then we're gonna pass it into the execution chart. I've already copied. Let me copy everything in here, and then we're gonna pass into the execution chart. Okay, I'm pass it in here like this. And as you can see, we're gonna have here some headers. We need to import the chart inputs. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this. And at the bottom here, I'm gonna import here the chart inputs. Okay, if we import here the chart inputs, let's see what we have here. We're gonna have here the same UI. Okay, let me check here. Okay, let's refresh the page. Yeah, I see what we don't have here. We don't have here data. We need to modify. Yeah, you can see actually we already pass here the execution chart, and we pass here the project ID and user ID. Let's head into the middle panel, and we're gonna pass here. Okay, we're gonna head into the middle panel, and as you can see, this is the execution chart. We're gonna pass it to the project ID. Okay, and user ID. Actually, I'm going to pass here something like this. Okay, we're gonna pass. Yeah, I can just do this. I can just pass here prop user ID, project ID. Okay, like this. We're gonna pass here user ID, value, and we're gonna pass the project ID. And now we are going to take that. We're gonna pass it to the execution chart, like this, project ID, and we're gonna pass here the user ID, like this. Now I'm going to head into. You can see this is the middle panel. This is the middle panel. Now we're gonna get out the middle panel. I'm gonna head into that component here, and you can see here's the middle panel. We need to pass it the user ID, like this. Okay, like this. Now let's head into the browser and see what we got here. If we head into execution chart, okay, execution chart. Oh yeah, you can see actually we got here the same input. Okay, this is the same input. Okay, now I'm going to get rid of this input. I'm gonna modify the design. If I head into the execution chart, okay, you can see at the bottom here, I can comment here this input. Okay, I can comment this, and then you can see we don't have an input. Now let's modify the input here. I'm going to pass here another input. I'm going to pass here chart input.ts. Yeah, we're gonna pass here execution chart input. Okay, that's CS6. Okay, I don't want to pass here this input. As you can see, if I pass here the same input, you're gonna see we have here the UI is pretty much the same thing. You can see we got here this, and we got this. The UI is pretty much the same thing. Now I don't want that. I want to have different UI. Okay, that's why I'm going to get rid of the chart input. Let's get rid of the chart input, but we're gonna pass here the same prompt. Now inside the execution chart inputs, we're gonna pass here these guys. Okay, as you can see, just pass here only a chart input. As you can see, this is the chart inputs. I copy here. As you can, if I head into the chart inputs, okay, we got here a component named chart inputs. Okay, chart inputs. If I head into in here, you can see I copy this and then I modify only the design. Okay, we have the same thing. Now let me go back into the execution chart input. I rename it like this and I change the design. Now I'm gonna pass here another component. We're gonna pass here the execution chart message. Okay, here's the execution chart message. This is the component that we use in order to display the message. And let me show you the alternative of these components. Okay, if I head into in here, if I type in charts message, I copy this. Okay, as you can see, I copy everything in here. And then I modify only the name. I add execution chart message, okay, in order to avoid errors. Okay, I copy literally everything from here. I copy everything here, and then I pass it in here, okay, into the execution chart message. Okay, I pass it in here. Now let's go into the execution chart, and then we're going to pass here the execution chart message, and we're gonna pass here the execution chart inputs like this. Okay. And as you can see, we don't modify anything here. Now we're going to head into the stock folder. At the bottom here, you're gonna see we got here the stock folder. And here, guys, you can see we got here the chart slice. Okay, inside the chart slice, we got here some functions, some actions that we use in order to add message. And as you can see, we got here this. Let me scroll at the bottom here. You can see we add user a placeholder. Okay, we got this function in order to push the user and AMS into the message array. Now I'm gonna copy this too, and then we're gonna pass it into the. We're gonna pass here another slice. Okay, here's another slice, guys. and the name is chatbot slice. Okay, as you can see, I just copy paste and I modify only the name here, chatbot slice, and I pass it this name. And as you can see, we got here the same message, I user and AI placeholder. Okay, we got the same message. I just do copy paste, and now I'm going to head into the index, and then we're gonna pass in here like this. Okay, I modify only the name. Okay, because I want that to work. Okay, we got pretty much the same functionality. Okay, let wait a bit until this is working. Okay, guys, we're gonna wait a bit. We got the same thing. I don't modify anything, guys. Okay, you're gonna see it's gonna work. Okay, I just do copy paste. Okay, I want to replicate the functionality. Okay, that's why I do this. And meanwhile, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back here. I'm gonna go back into the chatbot slice, and let me go back here and pass the chatbot slice like this. Okay, I'm not heading, and as you can see at the top, actually, I comment here this line. Okay, we use the line here in order to fetch the child history, and as you can see, fetch child history. Okay, if I comment this, we're gonna get here an error, and if I go back into the chat slice, we got the same thing here at the top. Now I'm gonna pass another function. Okay, I can rename it. Yeah, we're gonna let it like this. Okay, we're gonna let it like this. Fetch history. Okay, if I pass here the user ID and project ID. Okay, I think we are going to get, yeah, we aren't gonna get an error. Let me just do this. I'm gonna move at the bottom here, and here I'm going to pass here this stuff. Okay, and we're going to point to the chatbot message. Okay, instead of message, okay, I pass here chatbot message. Okay, I want a little difference. Now let's go back into the execution chart in here, and now we're gonna move at the top, and you're gonna see here I pass here something. Let me see here. Okay, I see. Yeah, you can see here we pass the use effect. Okay, and then we invoke the get chatbot history. Let me invoke it. Let me invoke it right here, guys. We're gonna invoke it, and I'm gonna pass here plus bots. Okay, I want to modify here the user ID. Let's pass here something like this. As you can see, I've already passed something to the function here. You can see we are going to eat that endpoints API/chatbot, and here pass the only test. We're gonna modify that. I can pass here a better name, API/chat/stream. Okay, like this, and we are going to pass here bots. I don't wanna send the same user ID. If we send that, we're gonna retrieve the agent builder message. I don't want that. I don't wanna get something like that. I'm going to take that, and then I wanna pass it here. Okay, you're gonna see what we're gonna have here, guys. Okay, I'm gonna take that and pass in here. Okay, like this. Okay, something like this. Now we're gonna head into the API footer, and we're gonna pass in something. And as you can see, guys, we got here chat/stream. Okay, let's head in, and as you can see, we got here something. Oh, we got here the agent tree. This is the weather agents that we tested previously, and if I head into the browser, you can see we got here a little message. Okay, I'm your weather assistant. Okay, that's what we did previously. Now I'm going to get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of this, and then I'm going to pass here the tab. At the top, you can see I pass here the agent tree. Okay, before I explain you this, I'm going to head into the lib folder because I'm gonna pass in something. Lib folder. Okay, you can see here's the lib folder, and I'm going to head into. You can see we got here agent runner. Okay, and agent builder. Now inside the agent builder, we got here the graph. We are going to copy the graph. Let's copy everything in here. And then we're gonna pass here another graph inside the agent runner. Okay, and pass here a graph. Oh, yeah, you can see we got here agent runner, and here we got here chatbots. Now let me pass here graph. Okay, I pass here graph, and now you can see I copy this graph that we got within the agent builder. I copy everything in here, and then I pass it in here. Let me explain it. I modify only the name here. Okay, let me show you how it works. Okay, as you can see at the top here, we have a memory agent node, this node that allows the memory agent to pass the context to the second agents. And as you can see, memory agents, okay? And here, the memory agents retrieve the context as we did for the agent builder, and then pass the context to, it passed the context to the agent builder, okay? That's what we did in here. Now, let me go back into the chatbots here. As you can see, we got here the graph at the roots here. And here, we did the same thing, okay? We used the same technique. We have here the memory agents that gives the context to the chatbots, okay? That give the context to the chatbots. And here, once we pass the context to the chatbot, we are going to interact with the chatbot. The chatbot is like the agent builder. And as you can see, I extract here the user ID, project ID, and the agent tree because I pass it to the graph, okay? I pass here the project ID, user ID, next node, chatbot's context, and I pass it the agent tree. Then inside the chatbot node here, chatbot, I extract here the agent tree. And then I take the agent tree, I pass it to the build multi-agent system, okay? I pass it to that function here. Let me click here, I pass it in here, okay, to the agent tree. And then once this agent responds, we are going to return here the data, okay? And here you can see I extract here you can see we extract here the A message, and then we take the A message, we pass here. Okay, we pass here, and then if we head into the API folder chatbot stream, okay, and and then here I pass the stream, okay, the graph. Here's the graph. Okay, you can see I import it from the agent runner. Okay, you can see I import it from the agent runner. We take the graph, and then we pass it the user ID, we pass it the project ID, and the agent tree. Okay, we pass that to the graph. And then inside the graph, we retrieve the user ID, project ID, and the agent tree. And then we pass the agent tree to the build multi-agent system function, okay? And then I copy literally the same thing, okay? Okay, we got the same thing in here. I don't modify anything in here, guys. And everything it's gonna work, okay? Let me show you something else into the graph here that I've added. As you can see, if I type here, I head into the agent runner. Let me scroll at the bottom here. You can see in this graph here, you can see at the top here, for the chatbot, we are going to store the memory into the chatbot folder, okay? As you can see inside the public folder, we have here another folder, chatbot, okay? When I'm gonna start interacting with the chatbot, I'm going to store the data, the memory data in here, okay? And as you can see, we got here the ID, memory ID here, and then dashboard, okay? You can see, I think you get the idea, guys, okay? In order to understand this pretty well, you need to practice. You get the idea. Now, I'm going to get rid of the chatbot folder, okay? And when we're going to start interacting with the chatbots, we're going to create it again, okay? We're going to create it again. Because you can see, if I head into the graph and I head into agent runner, you can see we have your chatbot graph here. And you can see a pass here for the memory roots here, pass the data, it's going to be stored in the chatbot folder. You can see we have here the chatbot folder, chatbots, okay? And I take the memory roots here, I pass it in here, memory roots, okay? Creates memory agents, okay? We're going to store data in the chatbot folder, okay? Now we are going to head into the browser in order to try this, okay? Let me head into in here. I'm going to refresh here the page, and you're going to see the results, okay? Let's wait a bit. Okay, we are loading data. Okay, let's wait a bit. Oh yeah, we load data, guys. And now let me head into the execution chart, and you're gonna see we're gonna have here something. Okay, if I head into in here, let me click here. Yeah, you can see actually we don't have here data. Okay, let me click here. If I click here, and I pass here hello, let me see what we're gonna have here. I'm gonna try it again. Let's try it again, guys. I'm passing hello again. Yeah, as you can see, guys, we got here hello. How can I help you today? Okay, and yeah, here's the input, and I'm passing here ask assistant to his job. Okay, I'm passing here these inputs. Let's see what we're gonna have. And as you can see, actually the second assistant is thinking. Okay, he's thinking a little bit, guys. And yeah, you can see the second assistant now stream the message. Okay, as you can see, we have here my role. I'm a weather assistant specialized in current weather forecast, weather alerts. Okay, you can see actually it works pretty well. Okay, because I'm passing here the agent tree. Let me reduce here the zoom. Yeah, I don't see it. Yeah, we're gonna reduce here the zoom. And as you can see, if I head into the API folder, I'm passing here the agent tree. Yeah, I'm passing here API folder. Let me head in first. Okay, API folder, and as you can see, we got here chatbots. Okay, I'm not heading to, yeah, we're gonna head into stream. And as you can see, we got here at the top here. At the top, we got the agent tree. And if you try to read the system prompt of the agent tree, you're gonna notice that this is the weather agents, weather assistants. Now we're gonna move on to another task, guys. Here's the next task. We are going to update the json-agent-builder skill again, and we're gonna add a column agent instruction. Okay, as you can see, we got two tasks in here. We're gonna start with the first one. We're gonna update the json-agent-builder skill. Now let me show you what we're gonna do. As you can see, we got here the weather agents. Okay, the weather agent has here two tools, web scraper and set tool, and you got here the model. Now let's head into in the public folder. I'm gonna show you something. If I head into the working agent folder, and as you can see, we got the weather agent JSON. Previously, we asked the agent builder to build us a weather agent, and he did it. And as you can see, here's the model here, the model node. Okay, and when I was working, I noticed we have an error. We have an error in here, guys. We need to fix it. Now let me show you. As you can see, I pass here for the model here, the agent builder pass here GPT-4, and for the provider pass here OpenAI. But if I head into the API folder, as you can see, we got here the API folder, and we have a chatbot, and we head into stream folder root.ts. This is the endpoint that we use in order to interact with the chatbot. To interact with the chatbot, we head into the execution section, and then I can start interacting with the chatbots. Now, as you can see in here, I pass here these weather agents, and for the model, I modify something. You can see we have here the model node. Okay, here's the model node, and as you can see, for the provider, I pass here fireworks. And for the model here, I pass here account /fireworks/models/glm5. Now, if I take here this, I take for the model, I use this, we're gonna get an error, it's not gonna work. And for the provider, if I use here this, it's not gonna work. Because if I head into the provider, let me head into a model factory. Okay, if I head into the model factory, as you can see, for the model factory, I use here only fireworks. We use here fireworks, and we have here Google. For Google, I'm not gonna use it. I can comment this. We're gonna use only fireworks. Okay. Now, in order to make it work, I'm going to ask the agents to do this. Okay. To do this, I'm gonna ask the agents to do this. To add here, for the model, I'm going to ask the agent builder to use only this structure. If you want to use a model, it's going to pass something like this: account /fireworks/models/queen, and then you're going to pass this. If you want to use minimax, it's going to pass this. If you want to use GLM, it's going to pass this. Or if you want to use DeepSeek, it's going to pass this. Okay, and then you can see this is the row. If you want to add a provider, should be like this. Okay, should be like this. Okay, not this. Okay, for the provider, like this, example, fireworks. It will be only fireworks. I'm not going to use OpenAI. Now, let's go back here. Let me show you the second issue. As you notice here, we inside the config property here, we have the inside the config property, we got here the provider. I'm going to ask the LLM to get rid of the provider here and pass it right here. Because if the agent builder pass here the provider inside the config object, we're gonna get an error because you can see this is structure here. It have to respect the structure. I'm going to ask instead. We are going to ask the agent builder to move here the model in here inside the config property like this. But here it's gonna pass here instead it counts. If the AI wanna pass a model, it's gonna pass something like this. Okay, I can take this, and for the provider here, it will be only fireworks like this, and it's gonna work. Okay, you get the idea. You get the idea. Now here's the correct structure. Okay, now I've already passed these two here. Okay, check the config props. The provider and the model object must be inside the config object like this. Okay, I pass here an example like this. Okay, and I pass here not like this. Okay, now you can see we get something like this. I pass here this error to the model, and for the provider will be used only fireworks, and for the model we're gonna use here this for the model for the model we can use one of these. Okay, like this, one of these. Okay, great. Okay, now I'm going to take that and then I'm pass it to the agent builder, and then we're going to see what we're gonna have here. Let's copy everything in here. I'm gonna copy everything, and now we're gonna head into here. First, I'm passing hello to see if the agent is working. Okay, let me head into in here. Okay, oh yeah, the agent response. Hello Ben, how are you doing today? Ready to work on your projects. Now we're going to pass that input. Okay, here's the input. We pass that input to the agents. Okay, now the agent's gonna start working on it. Okay, it's gonna start working on it, and once we finish, it's gonna fix all of these errors. Okay, and as you can see, the agent is thinking. Okay, start working. Okay, the agent start working. I've transferred your request to Assistant 2 to update the json-agent-builder skill with a new config structure rule. Okay, you can see this, the new structure. Actually, the agent is working on that. And as you can see, the agent builder created to do the read the current mode nodes. Yeah, you can see created to do actually is working. Oh yeah, guys, you can see the agent finished working. It finished working. Okay, it finished working. It finished updating the skill. It means next time if we ask the agent builder to build as an agent, it's not gonna do that error again. Okay, now let's move on to the second task here. We are going to add a column, agent instructions. Okay, we're gonna add here this. Okay, now let's head into the agent schema and we're gonna pass in here agent instruction. I'm gonna head into the agent service. Okay, agent service, you can see actually we already added here agent service. Okay, we're gonna pass in here for the is prop. We're gonna pass in here and I'm passing here like this. Now let's head into the save agent tree. We're gonna pass in here. Let me pass in here right here. Okay, I'm going to pass this, and in order to get it, I'm passing cons. Okay, I'm passing agent instruction extract agent structure. I'm gonna call that function in order to get the agent instruction, and I'm gonna pass it the agent tree. Take that. I'm gonna pass in here. Okay, like this. And actually you can see, let me see here the type. Okay, we get a header. We're gonna take that. We're gonna save that into the database. And now I'm going to head into the chatbot runner. And as you can see inside the chatbot runner here, we pass here the extract agent structure. Every time we send an input, we want to interact with the chatbot, we are going to run into the function logic. We are going to invoke the function. Now I don't want to do that. I'm going to comment this, and we are going to pass instead the agent instructions. We're going to pass in here. Now we are going to go back in here. Okay, I'm going to go back here. Let's go back into the API folder, and API folder chatbots. We got here stream. I'm not heading. Now I'm going to get rid of this agent. You're gonna get rid of the agent tree. Let me remove that. Right now I'm passing here. Okay, let me go back here. I wanna copy something. We're gonna copy here the agent instruction. Let's pass it as a prop here and pass the type any. Okay, we're gonna pass it like this. Let me see here. Actually, we got an error. Yeah, we don't got here typing error. Let's go back into the chatbot runner. Okay, we're gonna head into that endpoint. And as you can see, we are going to pass here something. We need to pass here the agent instruction to the graph here. We need to pass here something. Okay, now what I'm going to do in here, guys, I'm going to, as you can see, we don't pass here. If we are going to pass here a function that allows us to retrieve the agent instruction from the database. Let's head into the agent service. Okay, like this. Now let me look for the function here. Okay, I'm going to, as you can see, we got here this. Okay, we use the function in order to, I'm going to take here this, and then I'm going to pass it right here. I'll pass here fetch agent instructions like this. We pass here the user ID and project. We pass here the project ID and the user ID like this. Now we're going to pass here this name. I'm going to take here only agent instruction. We're going to copy this. We're going to pass in here. Okay, I'm passing here like this. Agent instructions. Okay, like this. And for the name, I'm not going to retrieve here the name. Okay, let me see here. Okay, we pass the agents. Okay, we are going to pass here this stuff. Okay, let me see. Yeah, we don't have here neither. I'm going to take here fetch agent instruction. I'm going to head into the roots here, and I'm going to invoke the function. Right, I'm going to pass here const data is equal to agents, and we're going to copy here fetch agent instructions. We're going to pass the function right here, and we're going to pass it here the user ID and project ID. We're going to pass in here like this. And now in order to pass here, I'm going to pass here. Yeah, let me click here. We're going to import here the class. And now let me head in. Okay, you can see pass here agent instruction. And now I'm going to copy this. We're going to copy this, and we're going to go back here. I'm going to pass it right here like this is equal to data that's agent instruction. Okay, like this. Okay, I can do something like this to make it clear. Const data, I can pass here const agent instruction is equal to data. Okay, actually we got here an error. Let me click here and see. Actually, yeah, we should pass here only this. We don't pass here an object. I can do something like this to get rid of the error props. Okay, something like this props. In order to retrieve here the project ID, I pass here user ID and project ID is equal to props. Okay, like this. Now if you go back here, you can see we are going to get rid of the error, and now we're gonna take here this and pass it in here like this, guys. And now you can see we're gonna take here this the agent instruction, and then we're gonna pass in here. Okay, like this. Okay, for the agent tree, we don't pass here the agent tree. For the agent 3, we aren't gonna pass it again because I'm gonna comment here now the agent 3. Now let's head into the graph here. Okay, let's head into the graph. Okay, here's the graph. Now we are going to pass, we aren't gonna pass here the agent 3. We're gonna pass here, yeah, I'm gonna comment here this. We're going to take here this instead. We're going to comment here this line. Now let's take here this. We're going to head into the chart and we're gonna pass here this. Right here, we aren't gonna pass here this. Instead, we're gonna pass here this. We're gonna head into here inside the build multi-agents, and then we're going to get rid of the agent 3. I'm gonna remove here this, and we're gonna remove it right here. We're gonna pass here only the agent instruction, like this. Right here, pass here this. At the bottom, everything is okay in here, guys. Everything is okay. Okay, everything is okay in here. Let me check here something. Okay, right here. Okay, yeah, this is a promise. I should pass here await in order to remove the error. Await agents that fetch instructions. Okay, like this. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to pass an input to the agent build. I'm not tell him to head into the working folder here. You can see we got here the working agent folder. I'm gonna tell the agent builder to head in and fix this error here and save that. Now let's go back into the browser and try this. Okay, I'm going to pass here this input. Let me show you. I'm going to pass here this. You are interacting. Yeah, I'm pass here. Yeah, you are interacting. Okay, with the weather agents. I'm going to pass here. It is a full web capability. Okay, I'm pass here capability. Okay, like this. I can pass here this to the memory agents, and the memory agents are gonna know that. Okay, it's better to inform the memory agents. I can pass here this, and let me check here. Yeah, you can see actually we got here an error. Okay, as you can see, actually we got an error, and I'm passing here bots. As you can see, for the value of the user ID, we pass here this, and then I pass here -bot. That's why we got an error. As I explained previously, I pass here -bot. If I head into the public folder, you can see we pass here charbot, and inside the charbot folder is where we store the memory of the charbots. And as you can see, for the user ID, we got here something like this. We have here the user ID, and then we have here bot. Let me copy it. And here I can rename it. As you can see, the ID of the user looks like this. Okay, we send here the user ID, and then we have here bot. Okay, now I'm going to get rid of bots in order to fetch data from the database. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not heading to the API folder. Okay, we're gonna head into charbots. Okay, and then stream. And now I'm going to pass here this. First of all, I'm going to pass here for the agent instruction. I'm going to extract here the first item into the array, because as you can see in MongoDB, the agent instructions here is an array. I want to extract the first item, and then I'm going to pass here this user ID. I'm going to split it. I'm not converting it into an array, and then I'm going to extract here the first item for the user ID and the project ID, because we got something like this. If I move right here, as you can see, we got something like this. Okay, we get something like this. So I don't want to pass here the bots to the database. We're gonna get an error. Okay, we get rid of that. And now let's try this input again. I'm gonna copy this. Now let's pass it again here and see if it's gonna work. Okay, I'm passing, save that into the memory. Okay, actually we are configuring the agents. And as I pass that, let's see if it's gonna call here. It's gonna save the data into the memory. And so you can see it write that information to the memory. Okay, done. I've saved the key information to long-term memory. Okay, so if I pass here, what is the current weather? What is the current weather in New York? let me pass here this. What is the current word in New York? Now assistant 2 is gonna work on it, and then it's gonna fetch data. Okay, yeah, you can see actually got data here. You can see it works pretty well. Okay, you can see current weather conditions New York City. You can see we got here the temperature, we got here the conditions. If I pass here what are trending now, in tech. Okay, let's pass here this, and as you can see, the weather agents has a set tool. Okay, for the set tool, let me show you something. Let me show you something. If I head into search, you can see this is the set tool. This is set tool, and for the set tool here we need an API key. Okay, head on exa search. You're gonna head on exa.ai, and then you're gonna grab the API key because your agent needs a set tool. It needs a set tool. And if I head into the node registry here, you're gonna see in the node registry tab, you got here search, and at the bottom here, I pass here set tool. Okay, your agent needs a set tool. Okay, you need to pass to your agent a set tool. If I head into weather agents, the JSON, you can see it is here the model, and you got here a set tool. Okay, your agent needs a set tool. For that, you need to head on exa, and then you're gonna grab an API key. And let me show you something. If I head into my data file, you can see I got here exa. Okay, I got here exa. Head on exa and grab the API key, and it's gonna work. Let me see what we got here. Okay, actually we don't have what we want here, guys. I'm going to pass here. I'm pass here to cut this, and now I'm going to take here. You can see we don't have here. Okay, I've transferred your request to assistant. Yeah, I've transferred your request to assistant 2 to set for the latest trending topics in AI. Okay, let me see here. What are trending topics in AI? Let me pass you this to see if the weather agent is gonna work or not. Okay, and here you can see you pass you this. The user wants to know what are trending topics in AI right now. Please set the web for the latest trending AI topics and provide a summary of what's currently popular in AI field. Yeah, the agent respond here now. The agent respond. Okay, you can see it respond here. Let's wait a bit until it finish. Okay, finish. And as you can see, it is here data topic top AI trends. Reasoning models are now the defaults. Okay, you can see we got here a DeepSeek R1. Yeah, everything is working pretty well, guys. It's working pretty well. Okay, as you can see, it has access to the web. And if I go back here, you can see this is a web assistant, but ask this kind of question: what are trending now in tech, in order to check if this tool is gonna work pretty well. Okay. And as you can see, it is here set tool, and it is here web scraping tool. Now guys, I'm gonna show you something else that we're gonna work on. We're going to add more tools to the chatbot, okay? And so we're gonna add here another skill, prompt master. We're gonna pass another skill to our agent builder in order to craft good system prompts. Okay, now head on first. Let me head on Google and type here prompt master. Okay, tap this. A prompt master skill, and then you're gonna see this. Okay, prompt master, click here. Okay, click here. Okay, now what you're gonna do, guys, you need to clone it. I can clone it, I can copy this, and then as you can see, we have here a cloud skill that writes the accurate prompt for any AI tool. Okay, now we're gonna pass this skill to our agent builder in order to craft beautiful, amazing system prompts. Now we're going to head into the CLI here. I'm going to head into, you can see we got here this. Okay, we got here CrewAI, and I'm going to head into the public folder. Okay, we're gonna head into skills folder. Okay, yeah, we're gonna head into the public folder, and I'm gonna head into CD agent builder. We're gonna head into skills, And here you can see we have a list of skills. Now I'm gonna pass a git clone to clone it. Okay, tap git clone and then we're gonna clone it. Okay, you can see actually I clone it, I have it. Now the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna head into in here. Let me head into right here. We are going to add more tools to the chatbots. Okay, actually if I head into the node registry, inside the node registry, you can see these are lists of tools that we got within our system. You can see we have a search, web scraper, retriever model, and we have here sheets, read sheets. These tools here, I'm going to pass here. This tool requires Google API. Okay, these tools require Google API like Sheets, read sheets, send email, calendar event to create a calendar event. This tool needs we need to have a Google API key for that. And we got here pie charts. For this, we don't need an API key in order to use them. For these two, for the vector database and an embedding model, we already got the API key. We have here read and write tool. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this tool. I'm not gonna use them. You can see we have here file system tools. Okay, file system tools. I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, and here I'm going to remove this. Now we're gonna head into the file system tools, and as you can see, in here we have file system tool. We use this file system tool for the agent builder. Now I'm gonna copy all these file system tools, and then we're gonna head into the node registry. We're gonna pass these tools right here. We're gonna pass this and pass this. We're gonna pass this. We're gonna pass the ls. We're gonna pass the grep. We're gonna pass the glob here. Delete like this. And I'm not taking this pop sign. We're gonna pass it where we have here comma like this. Okay, like this. Okay, I'm passing here. I'm passing here and here and here like this. And right here too, I'm gonna pass right here. Okay, like this. We just finished. Actually, we get rid of the error. We don't have here an error again. Okay, you can see actually we don't have here an error. Everything is working pretty well. Now let me go back into the FS tools again. I'm gonna copy this, and then we're going to pass it to the node registry array. And here I'm gonna pass here these tools. Okay, we're gonna pass here. Yeah, we're gonna pass here these tools. Okay, file rights. Okay, like this. And pass here this. Okay, now you can see actually we have here errors. We need to import these tools. Let me import here this tool. I'm gonna import all of them here. We're gonna move at the top here, and you can see we have here. I'm gonna pass it all of them right here. Okay, we just import these tools, and actually you can see we don't have here an error. Okay, we don't have here an error, guys. We don't have here an error. We pass here write file, read file, edit file, ls, grep, glob, delete. Now I'm gonna head into my Sublime text, and then I'm pass here this system prompt. I'm gonna pass this prompt to the agent builder. I'm gonna inform it. I just added prompt master skill folder. Document it in readme.md5 in skills folder. For tools which do not have an icon, I'm gonna pass here use default tool icon, the PNG image. Use the skill prompt master to craft system prompts when building an agent. We're gonna copy this, and we're gonna pass it to the agent builder. Okay, I'm gonna take that, and then I'm pass it there. We're gonna see what the agent builder is gonna do in background. Let's wait a bit, guys. Okay, you can see actually, yeah, this task has already been completed. Looking at the recent, you can see this task has already been completed. Looking at the recent conversation, Assistant 2 already made these updates. Yeah, I'm gonna pass here these. Okay, you can see the input. These are new updates that the Assistant 2 must apply. Okay, let's wait a bit. Okay, let's wait a bit. Okay, these are no updates that they, yeah, you can see. Let me see here. the user then wants to, yeah, you can see you pass here an input. Okay, you can see, okay, actually start working again. Start working. Okay, start working. Okay, here's the counters. Start working, and here's the counters, guys, provided by the agent builder. It's gonna do it. Okay, as you can see, pass the counters. Okay, actually is working. And as you can see, created to do here. And guys, the agent finished working. You can see it works on all tasks. Okay, finished working. Okay. And as you can see, system prompt crafted using prompt master. Okay, it update this into the json-agent-builder. When we're gonna ask the agent to modify the system prompt, it's gonna use the prompt master skill in order to craft a good system prompt. I'm gonna pass here. I'm pass to the agent build another input here. Update the no registry tab in the json-agent-builder skill. Remove the alts and add this. Okay, I copy this. This is the no. If I head into the no registry, you can see this the no registry type. Okay, this is the new one. You can see I pass here this tab, raw file, read file, and I'm going to pass here little notes. I pass here notes for file system tools should be used for counters of loading only. Okay, like this for heavy task or research. I'm going to copy that, and then we're gonna pass it to the agent builder. We're gonna pass that to the agent builder, guys. Okay, we're gonna pass it this, and it's gonna start working on that. You can see it's the input. Okay, here's the input, guys. It's gonna start working on that. Okay, we're gonna wait a bit again, guys. It's gonna take some time in order to finish. You can see again it start working here. Okay, start working. Okay, start working. Okay, start working here, guys. Start working. Okay, gonna wait a bit, guys. Okay, it seems the agent finished working, guys. It seems the agent finished working, and yeah, you can see it update all to dos. It update all to dos. It means the agent finished working. Okay, the agent finished working, guys. Alright, guys, now I'm gonna add the calendar tool, send email tool, and sheet tool inside of our app. Okay, that's what we said previously. Previously, we work on the prompt master. This is the skill that we added into the agent builder. We passed the skill to the agent builder, and I said previously that we're gonna add more tools within our system. We're gonna add the calendar tool, send email tool, and sheet tool. And these tools require Google API, okay? You need Google API in order to get access to them. Now, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to head into Google API, okay? Head into Google API and then select your project. You can see, actually, I select here my projects. The name of my project here is my projects, okay? This is my project. Select it, okay? Once you select it, you're going to click on the menu here. Click here and then scroll at the bottom. You're going to see APIs and service. Okay, you're gonna see this section at the bottom here. Click here, and then you're gonna see library. Click here. Once you click library, they're gonna take you to this interface. You're gonna look for Google Sheets. Look for Google Sheets. Okay, you're gonna tap enter, and you're gonna see Google Sheets. You're gonna click on it. And once you click on it, you're gonna enable that API. You can see, actually, I've already enabled that API for Google Sheets. Now you're gonna go back here. You're gonna look for calendar. I'm gonna look for calendar. Okay, and then you're gonna see we have here calendar API. I'm gonna click here, and then I'm click here enable. we're gonna go back here again. I'm gonna look for another app here. We are going to look for email. We need to send email. We're gonna pass here. Let's go back here. Okay, we just enabled here calendar. Now I'm gonna click here again. I'm gonna go back and we are going to look for calendar. Let me click here again. I'm gonna scroll the bottom here. We're gonna head into library again. And now we're gonna pass here email. Okay, we're gonna click here and I'm pass here Google email. Okay, we're gonna tap enter. Okay, we don't see here email. Okay, I'm pass here mail. Okay, yeah, you can see Gmail API. Click here and now you're gonna click here enable. So once you finish, now we're gonna head into inside of our app and then we're going to head into the off folder. Actually, I got here off folder. If you remember, guys, for the authentication, we use beta auth. Okay, as you can see, we use beta auth for the authentication. And here, if I scroll the bottom here a little bit, you can see inside the auth.ts, we got this. Okay, now you're gonna pass here access tab is equal to offline. We need to restore the refresh token within the database. You're gonna pass here offline. You're gonna pass a prompt is equal to consent, and you're gonna pass here these scopes. You're gonna pass here. Let me zoom a little bit. You're gonna pass this. As you can see, we have the Google APIs.com/auth/calendar. You're gonna pass for Gmail, and you're gonna pass here for spreadsheets. Okay, like this. Once you finish, you're gonna head into you're gonna create another file here. You can see I created another file here of tokens. Now, if I head into the of tokens, here's what we got inside. Okay, you're gonna import here the connection, and now in here you can see I retrieve here the access and refresh token from the database from the account table. Okay, you can see we have the account table. If I head into MongoDB, you can see we have here the collection here accounts. When you're gonna sign in, you're gonna get here you're gonna see the access token and you're gonna see the refresh token. Now with the function, I use the function in order to retrieve these tokens from the account collection. Okay, once we got this, we are going to head into now the browser. You're gonna head into the browser here. Okay, you're gonna click here, you're gonna sign out, and then you're gonna sign in. Okay, once you sign in, you're gonna get the access and refresh token. If I click here, continue with Google. Okay, I'm gonna click here, I'm gonna select here this account. Okay, you're gonna see this, you're gonna click here, continue. Now you're gonna click here, continue again. Now, once you're gonna arrive here, you're gonna see this, okay? You're gonna select, you're gonna give access to Google Sheets, to email, to Gmail, but also to calendar. You're gonna give access, and then you're gonna click here, continue. So once you click continue, they're gonna take you to the project page here. You can see we have here all our projects. Now, what we're gonna do next, I'm going to head into now the lib folder. As you can see, we have here lib folder. Let me head into the lib folder. Okay, I'm not the lib folder here. You can see we got here the folder. So inside the lib folder, I've already passed here a folder Google service. So we have here sheets, we have here sheet class, and if I head in, and as you can see, we have here you can see passing the constructor, and the constructor takes here the user ID, spreadsheet ID, sheet name, columns, access, and refresh token. Now, this is the constructor, as you can see. Now I'm going to scroll at the bottom here. We got here function from server session. I use the function in order to pass to the constructor the access and refresh token. And as you can see, pass it from server session. And then here we retrieve here the spreadsheet ID, sheet name, columns, user ID. And here I retrieve here the access and refresh token. Then I pass it to the Google Sheet service. Now we got here a function that allows us to insert data within Google Sheets. Okay, you can see if I click here, you can see we got a function here. Okay, and I use Google Sheet API. Okay, this is the function that we use in order to insert data within Google Sheets. Okay, we got here this. Okay, we got here this function to ensure we pass headers. Okay, we got this. and we got here insert row in order to insert data within Google Sheets. Now, in order to test this, we're gonna head into the API folder. You can see we got here test folder. This is the endpoint that we're gonna use in order to test this. You can see we import here Google Sheet Service, and I pass here the spreadsheet ID, the name, columns, the user ID, and I pass here some question. What is prompt engineering and what is LangGraph? Then I iterate through the FAQ array, and then I insert in data. And as you can see, this is the sheet, guys. You're gonna take here this, and you're gonna pass here the name of the column, question, and you're gonna pass the name of the sheet. At the bottom here, you can see we got here sheet 1. You're gonna do that, and then you're gonna run this. It's gonna work. And if I run this again, I'm gonna head into here. I'm tap enter, and you're gonna see we're gonna have here again. Yeah, you can see we got here what is prompt engineering and what is LangGraph again. You can see we have here new data. Okay, this how it works. Now, in order to use that class into a tool, I'm going to head into the route to sheet. Okay, you can see the route to sheet tool. Okay, we pass here the spreadsheet ID, name, columns, 0, and we pass here the config in order to get access to the user ID. Then at the bottom here, we invoke here the Google Sheet service, and then we invoke here insert in order to insert data within a sheet. Okay, here in order to use the tool, the AI it's gonna pass here the spreadsheet ID, name, columns, but also data, and it's gonna work. We got here another tool, read sheets. Okay, read sheets. The AI is gonna use the tool in order to retrieve data from a Google Sheets. Okay, it's gonna pass here the spreadsheet ID, the name, columns, page. It's gonna pass here the spreadsheet ID, the sheet name, columns, page size, filter column, filter value. Okay, and it's gonna work. Okay, this the tool. You can ask ChatGPT to do it for you. Okay, to create a tool that allows to retrieve data within Google Sheets. Now I'm going to head into no registry. Okay, head into no registry. And as you can see, we got here two tools. Yeah, we got here sheets for Google API. Let me see at the bottom here. Okay, as you can see, we got here sheets. Okay, we got here sheets, route to sheets. Okay, this nator, you can say pass here route to sheets and read sheets. And here should pass here route to sheets. Route sheets. Okay, this is pretty comprehensive. I'm gonna take this. Let me import here first this, and we're gonna import here these two. Okay, let me move editor first here, and then we're gonna pass here sheets. Okay, route sheets, read sheet. I'm passing this. And if I move at the bottom here, you can see we got here typing errors. Okay, I'm gonna import here that too, read from sheets. Okay, like this. Now I'm gonna go back into the lib folder. Okay, let's go back into the lib folder. Let me show you. We got here the lib folder. I'm gonna head into Google Service. For Google Sheets, we already finished. We got here the code. Now let's head into the mail service. And as you can see, guys, I did the same thing in here. For the constructor, I pass the access and refresh token. And here we pass here access and refresh token. We got here the function from server session. And I pass here get tokens in order to get access to the access and refresh token. And we have here the function that we're gonna use inside a tool in order to send an email. Okay, is the function. Okay, send email. And we got here CrewAI email. I invoke the function within the send email function. Now let's head into, we're gonna head into now this route to sheet and pass the route to sheet. We're gonna head into in here. Okay, you can see we have here function send email. Okay, I don't see it in here. Mail tools. Okay, you can see we got here mail tool. I'm going to uncomment this, and we are going to import here we're going to import a class Google Mail Service. We're going to import it from here. I'm passing config. The type here is going to be any. Let's go back into we're gonna go back into the route to sheets, and I'm gonna copy the line in order to get access to the user ID. We can pass in here like this, and then we're gonna pass here the user ID like this, and then we're gonna remove the error. Okay, this is the tool, guys, and as you can see, we import here the Google Gmail service class, and we pass here Gmail.send email. We pass here to subject, but also the message. Okay, here's the tool, guys. Okay, now I'm going to take the tool, and we're gonna head into the node registry, and we're gonna pass in here send email. I'm gonna comment this, and we're gonna import it. Okay, I'm gonna import it like this, and we got here calendar events. Okay, in order to create a calendar event, we're gonna use the tool create calendar event tool. Let me go back here, calendar. Okay, let's go back first within the, I'm gonna go back into the calendar service, and here's the calendar service. We did the same thing, guys, and as you can see, pass here again the access and refresh token. Then at the bottom, we got a function that we're gonna use in order to create a calendar event. Okay, pass it the summary, description, the start time, end time, but also time zone. Okay, is the function. Okay, now what I'm going to do next, I'm going to import now this function. We're gonna import it into the tool, create calendar event tool. Let me click here. Okay, calendar tools. I'm going to uncomment this, and now let me remove this here. We're gonna move at the top here. We are going to pass here this, and pass again config like this, and pass the tab is gonna be any here, and then we're gonna pass here this. Oh yeah, I'm going to go back here. Let me go back into the mail tool. We're gonna grab this, and we're gonna pass it to the calendar tool. Okay, like this, and we're gonna pass here. We're gonna take the user ID. We're gonna pass in here. Okay, now let's get rid of this line. Okay, like this, and we're gonna import here now Google Calendar Service. Let's head into the node registry, and we're gonna import here this class. Okay, like this. Okay, everything is working, guys. Actually, everything is working pretty well, guys. Okay, we pass here all tools. We just added this tool, calendar tools, send email tool, and sheet tool. For sheet tool, we got two tools. We got a tool that allows to write into a Google Sheet, and we got a tool that allows to retrieve data from a Google Sheet. Okay, we just finished, guys. We just finished. I think everything's gonna work pretty well. And one more thing, guys, you can see, as you can see, we pass here. Let me show you something. Let me head into the json-agent-builder, public folder, agent builder. We're gonna head into skills folder, and here you can see we got here the json-agent-builder. json-agent-builder. I'm gonna head into reference. Okay, let's head into skill.md5. Okay, let me look for something here. I'm going to look for node registry. Okay, we don't got here node registry. Yeah, you can see we got here the node registry, and as you can see, we got here the node registry. Let me pass here something. I'm going to modify something within the skill. As you can see, if I go back into the node registry.ts, you can see in the file pass here, above red sheet, we pass it right sheet. I'm gonna copy this, and then I'm pass it in here. Okay, we're gonna pass this here. Or if you don't wanna do this, you can head into the app. You can head into the app here. Head into the app, and then you can ask the agent builder to do that if you don't wanna do that. Okay, the agent builder is pretty smart. Okay, it can do that. If you ask the agent builder to modify the skill, it's gonna do it. Okay. And yeah, everything is gonna work pretty well here. Alright, guys, welcome to the demos chapter. On this chapter, we're gonna train the agent builder to know how to build, to know how to use some tools within our system, because there are some tools within our system that the agent builder doesn't know how to use them. Like we have calendar tool, send email tool, and sheet tool. These are complicated tools, guys. We need to train the agent builder how to use them. Now we are going to pass the system prompt to the agent builder. First, I'm gonna train it to know how to use sheet tools. We're gonna train it to know how to use sheet tools, and for sheet tools, we have read sheets to retrieve data from a Google Sheet, and we have write sheets to write into a Google Sheet. First of all, we're gonna train the agent builder how to use these two tools, and then we are going to ask the agent builder to build us a sheet agent. Okay, once we finish, we're gonna move to the email agents. Now let's start with the sheet agent. Okay, now we're gonna take here the system prompt. We're gonna pass it to the agent builder in order to train it to know how to use the sheet tools. Okay, here's the system prompt. Let's say the user wants you to build an agent that can collect username, email, etc., and save that data. Let's say save the data and save the data to Google Sheets. Okay, to achieve this, you will need sheet tools. We have write sheets, write data into a sheet, and we have read sheet to read from sheet. Okay, the agent is gonna understand that. To make this tool works well, it is mandatory to provide these details. The agents have is mandatory to provide these details: the spreadsheet ID, sheet name, columns. You will write a system prompt that includes these details to allow the agents to know how to use these tools. For example, you are an expert spreadsheet agent. You have access to write sheets tool that allows you to write data into a sheet. That allows you to write data into Google Sheets. Here's sheet params. We pass you the spreadsheet ID, name, and columns. We pass you the second tool, read sheet tool, to retrieve data from Google Sheets. Here's sheet params, pass the spreadsheet ID, a sheet name, and columns. Update the json-agent-builder skill and make this rule mandatory. If any time in the future you wanna use this tool, you must request the above details: spreadsheet ID, sheet name, and columns. Okay. Now we're gonna copy this prompt and we're gonna pass it. We're gonna pass to the agents. We're gonna pass here new projects, and here we're going to rename here this. We're gonna pass here sheet agents like this. Okay, and now I'm pass here right now. We're gonna pass here hello to see if everything is working pretty well. Yeah, we're gonna pass here hello. Okay, let's wait a bit. And yeah, you can see actually the agent response. I'm gonna pass here these prompts, and then the agent builder is gonna update the json-agent-builder skill. Okay, it's gonna start working on it. And as you can see, it start thinking. Okay, start thinking and start working, guys. Start working. Okay, start working, guys. Start working. Okay, actually the agent is working, guys. Actually it's working, and as you can see, it's running here some tools, ls, read file, delete. The agent is working, guys. Okay, and guys, the agent finished working. As you can see, the skill is now ready for future use. Any agent created with write sheets or read sheet tools will require the spreadsheet details in the system prompt. The agent finished working, guys. As the agent finished working, I'm going to pass you this in order to test if it's gonna respect the rule. Build me a sheet agent. I wanna keep in my customer's name and email for the model use GLM. Yeah, I'm gonna take this, and then I'm gonna pass that to the agent. Let's see what it's gonna do here. Build me a sheet agent. I wanna keep in my customer's name and email for the model use GLM. That is the prompt, guys. And right here, you're gonna see we're gonna have here an agent. And as you can see, the agent start thinking. Okay, start thinking. Okay, as you can see, The agent is working, guys. It's working. Now the agent created to do. Okay, we're gonna start created to do. It means start working. The agent finished working, guys. It finished working. As you can see, we got here the sheet agents. Here's the sheet agents, but actually it didn't save it. Now we're gonna pass here this prompt to the agent builder to not forget. I'm gonna pass here, you must save the agents in the database. This is mandatory rule when finish creating an agent. Update the Skil. I'm going to take that and I'm going to update the Skil and save the sheet agents into the database. I'm going to copy that and then we're going to pass that here. We're gonna see what the agent's gonna do here, because for the last step, it have to save the agents within the database. Okay, this is the last step. As you can see, if I head into MongoDB and I head into projects, yeah, let's head into agents. You can see actually we have here only one agent. We have here only one agent. We don't have here the sheet agents. Okay, it have to save the sheet agents. Okay. Let me see here the message here. Update the json-agent-builder with mandatory rule when finished working on creating an agent. Always save it to database using the save agent tree. This is mandatory for A agents. Okay, you can see here's the context that the memory agents provide to the agent builder, and again the agents here created to do and start working. Okay, actually the agent is working. Guys. Is working. Okay, you can see it up there here to do. Oh yeah, you can see. Actually, yeah, we got here the agents now. And let me pass here this to see if it's gonna work. Pass here hello. And guys, when you start testing your agents, okay, you need to inform the assistant one about the second assistant. You can see the input. The second assistant is a sheet agent that save customer data and retrieve. Okay, and retrieve it. I'm going to take that. I'm gonna take here that, and we're gonna pass it right here. Then pass here this, and you can see hello. Yeah, you can see we have here hello, and now I'm gonna pass here save this customer and pass here John Doe and email John and pass here John at gmail.com. I'm gonna take this and then I'm pass here, let's say I'm pass here this. I'm gonna take this and then I'm gonna pass it to the agent. I'm gonna pass in here. And as you can see, actually it transfer here the input to the second assistant. It transfer the input to the second assistant. Okay, pass here as you can see, pass the name and email. Let's see here what we're gonna have here. You can see actually if I add into in here, we don't have here data. Okay, we don't have here data. Let me go back here. You can see. Okay, actually it's working. Okay, you can see, however, before I save this to your spreadsheet, I need few details. Please provide your sheet ID and sheet name and columns. Okay, yeah, the agents asked me my sheet ID. Yeah, it works. Let me try to copy this stuff right here. I've passed here some stuff. Let me head into in here. We're gonna copy here the sheet ID. Here's the sheet ID and pass it again here. I'm gonna pass here sheet ID and we're gonna pass here the name and pass here sheets 1. Okay, like this. and we're gonna pass here columns. Okay, we're gonna pass here columns. Okay, I'm pass here name and email. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna pass it in here, guys. Let's pass it in here, okay, in order to save the custom. Okay, I'm pass that here. Let's wait a bit. Okay, as you can see, okay, you got an error. Okay, you got an error. Okay, you can see we got here an error, API credentials, access token. Oh yeah, it failed here. You can see, as you can see, it failed. I'm going to ask the agents, try again. Okay, we're gonna pass it this. Okay, now let's wait a bit. I think it's gonna work here, guys. It's gonna work because I think, as you can see, pass here the right sheet name. You pass here the right sheet name. Let me check here for the sheet ID. We're gonna check here the sheet ID if it's correct. I'm gonna take that and then I'll pass here the sheet ID. Let me move right here. We're gonna copy this sheet ID here, guys. We're gonna try to compare if the sheet ID is correct. Let me pass it here. Okay, we got this. Okay, the sheet ID is correct, guys. Let me go back here again. Maybe the agent doesn't know how to code the tool. And again, you can see no access or refreshed. Yeah, no access. You can see no access. No access, refresh token API key or refresh handler callback is set. Now, I know why we got this error. If we head into the read sheets here, as you can see, we have here this. As you can see, we pass here the line here, user ID, config that configurable that is ready. Okay, we need to pass the user ID so that the agent can get it, so that the agent can insert within the sheets. Okay, we need to pass here the user ID. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna head into the chat runner. Okay, we're gonna head into chatbot runner. Okay, this is the function that we use in order to create a chatbot. Now I'm going to pass here something. Okay, I'm gonna scroll the bottom here, and then we are going to pass here. You can see we got this here. We're gonna pass here stream mode, and then I'll pass here app is equal to update, and we're gonna pass here the user ID and project ID. Okay, we're gonna pass it the user ID and project ID to the configurable objects. Okay, now we're gonna try this again. I think it's gonna work. It's gonna work again. Let me move here, and now we're gonna pass here try for the last time. Okay, I passed it try for the last time, and now let's see what we're gonna have here, guys. Okay, try for the last time. Yeah, you can see actually the agent start working, and it's gonna try for the last time, and it's gonna pass here John Doe, and it's gonna pass here the email of John Doe. Okay, it's gonna try for the last time. Okay, I've transferred the request to SheetAgents one more time with the exact formats. Okay, we're gonna wait a bit, guys. It's gonna work on it. Yeah, you can see actually the agents save the data. Okay, save the data, guys. You can see beautiful, amazing, guys. It saved the data. You can see it saved the data. And if I head into sheet here, we got here John Doe. Okay, you can see actually works pretty well. Okay, actually everything is working pretty well, guys. And we got here this. Yeah, it works pretty well. Okay. Now, guys, we're gonna build an email agent. We finished working on the sheet agents. It works pretty well. Now we're gonna learn how to build an email agent. I'm gonna select this because we're gonna build it right now. Now I'm going to head into here. I'm gonna copy this prompt here. I'm going to take the prompt, and then we're going to head into here. Let me first show you the prompt. You can see build me a Jarvis agent that can send an email and create a calendar event. This is the prompt they're gonna pass to the agent build. Okay, now I'm gonna copy this, and then I'm going to head into here. We're gonna head into here. Okay, I'm gonna click here, new projects. Okay, right here we're gonna pass here. Let me rename here. I'm going to pass here Jarvis Jarvis agents like this. You can see is the name. Okay, now I'm going to pass here the prompt, and then the agent builder is gonna start working. Okay, you're gonna see the agent builder is gonna start working, and then we're gonna test our agents. Okay, once it finish working, guys. Okay. Okay, as you can see, okay, they transfer the input to the agent builder. Okay. Okay, the agent is working. And as you can see, the agent created to do, it start working. Okay, it start working, guys. And as you can see, for the model, it's gonna use here GML, and it's gonna use here Minimax. And as you can see, guys, we got here the agents. You can see we got here a send email tool, and we got here calendar tool. We got here, yeah, we got here tomorrow. Okay, pass here GLM, and it pass here Minimax. I'm gonna tell the LLM to remove Minimax. Okay, we're gonna ask the LLM to remove one model here. You can see we can't use two model, guys. We should use only one model. Okay, the agent is working. Let me see what it's doing in here. Okay, finish working in here. And pass here remove one model. Okay, we're gonna pass here this. Remove and pass here update the Jarvis agents. Remove the, you want to pass here remove Minimax and pass here Minimax model. You have to pass only one model for an agent and pass here agent nodes, not two. Okay, fix the error and update the Skil. Okay, and pass here this, update the Skil. Okay, as you can see, start working again. Start working. Okay, you can see create another to do, guys. And as you can see, guys, the agents update here, the Jarvis agents, the agent builder update the Jarvis agents. And as you can see, we don't have here Minimax again. Okay. As you can see, it works pretty well. We don't have Minimax. And now I can head into here, and I'm gonna tell here the assistant, the second, and pass here the second assistant is an assistant that can send and pass here, that can send email, and creates calendar, and creates calendar events. Okay, we're gonna tap enter. Okay, you're gonna see it's gonna start working. Okay, you can see we got here message, got it. I've updated my memory. Okay, assistant 2 is now defined as assistant that can send emails and create calendar events. Send me a random, and pass here the email. Send me a random customer support email on this email address, and pass here my email address. As you can see, we're gonna pass here my email address and pass here this. Okay, that's calm, and then we're gonna tap enter, and we're gonna see if it's gonna work, guys. Okay, we're gonna see if it's gonna work. Okay, and as you can see, actually they pass control to the second assistant, and we pass here the email where they're gonna send an email. Okay, and once you finish, we're gonna check here. Let me head into my Gmail here, and then we're gonna check this Gmail. I'm going to see if I'm gonna have here my email. Let's click here. Okay, and it's right here. The agent is working, and you can see send here an email. Send here an email, and if I head into in here, you can see here's the email, guys. Okay, it works pretty well. Thank you for your recent purchase order confirmation, and it works, guys. It works pretty well. And this is how you can create an email agent. And what I'm going to do next here, I'm going to ask the agent builder to, let's say, to create sub agents. I'm gonna pass here this again, guys. I'm gonna pass here this. Let me show you the inputs. Let me show you the inputs. Okay, creates sub agents, creates, and pass here modify the Jarvis agents, pass it to sub agents, one with send email to, okay, like this, and another with calendar tool. Okay, and you for the first sub agents, use minimax model, and for another use GLM. I'm tap enter, and it's gonna work, guys. I'm gonna wait a bit, and as you can see, the agent is working, guys, and it created to do. Okay, the agent continues working. Oh yeah, the agent finished working, guys. The agent finished working, and you can see we get here the manager nodes. And for the manager nodes, we don't have here the a model. For the manage agent, we don't have a model. I'm pass here. We're gonna pass here this. Okay, for the manage model, adds GLM as model, and you must know that and you must know that, and pass you know that an agent's nodes or model, okay, an agent's nodes or model nodes or model node or unpass or sub agents nodes must always, okay, must always have a model attached to it. Okay, this is mandatory. Okay, we're gonna pass it this, and the model is gonna work on that, and it's gonna fix that. Actually, the agent is working, guys. Actually, the agent is working. And guys, as you can see, the agent finished working. Okay, the agent finished working. Okay, it works pretty well, guys. As you can see, the agent finished working. Okay, it finished working on the Jarvis agents, and for the manager agents, it is here GML, and for the sub agents, they both use here Minimax. Okay, as you can see, it works pretty well, guys. Alright guys, let's work on the ChatPDF agents. We already finished with the calendar agents. Okay, actually you can see we're gonna work on the ChatPDF agents. Now, the first thing we're gonna do in here, guys, we're gonna create an endpoint that allows us to upload a file, and then we're gonna take the file, we're gonna pass it into a vector database. And as you can see, we got here the user uploaded file. We're gonna send the file into the public folder of our Nextjs app, and then we are going to expose the full path of the file so that we can embed it into a vector database. That's what we're gonna do. And as you can see, we got here the execution chart inputs. We're gonna pass in a button that allows us to upload a file. Now let's head into our text editor and do that. As you can see, we got here this. Okay, we got here the execution chart inputs. Let me head in. Execution chart inputs. I'm gonna zoom a little bit. You can see we got here the workflow folder, and in here we got here panel, and we got here execution chart. Okay, this is the folder. Now inside the execution chart, we're gonna pass here a button. Let me head into first the execution chart inputs. I'm going to pass here this. Let me do this. We're gonna pass here upload file button, and we're gonna pass here this. Okay, we're gonna pass here upload file button components. And as you can see, it is here. It takes here the user ID as project ID. It takes a function on send. It takes here on success. We're gonna show the message, and on error, if we got an error, we're gonna show this. Now I'm gonna create here the components. I'm pass it in here upload file button. Okay, here's the components. We use it in order to upload a file. And as you can see here, we got here the props, and inside of it here, we got here we pass here form data in order to upload a file. We send the file, we send the user ID, project ID, and here's the endpoint that we're gonna hit. We pass here API/upload PDF, and then if we got here an error, we're gonna throw an error, and if we don't have an error, we are going to display a message. Okay, like this. Okay, you can see everything in here is pretty simple. Now I'm going to head into the service folder. I'm not scrolling the bottom here. You can see we got here the service folder. Here's the service folder. Now inside the service folder, we're gonna pass here upload file service. In here we got a function that we use in order to upload a PDF, and you can see here's the class, and I use here singleton design pattern. Now I'm going to pass. Now you can see pass here upload PDF. We pass it the file, and then we upload it into the public folder. Okay, you can see we got here the code. Ask ChatGPT to do that for you. Now we're going to head into the embedding folder. You can see we got here lib folder, and we got here embedding folder. I've already passed in here. I'm passing an embedding pipeline. We're gonna use this embedding pipeline in order to take a PDF from our local computer, and then we're gonna keep the content within a vector database. I'm going to pass here doc embedding.ts. This is the pipeline. And as you can see, I use here the PDF loader in order to extract the data from a PDF. And then we pass here the file path, project ID. We get here the doc. I iterate through the doc array in order to pass in metadata like file path, project ID, user ID. Then we split the PDF into a chunk size of 1000 and chunk overlap of 200. And then we're gonna take the PDF, we're gonna pass it to an embedding, we're gonna pass it to an embedding model. I use here cohere embeddings. Then we're gonna take these embeddings, we're gonna pass it to a vector database. For the vector database, we use here Pinecone. Now we are going to head into the API folder. Here's the API folder. Now let's head in the API folder. You can see I've already passed here upload PDF folder. Now in here, we're gonna pass here a route that we're gonna use now in order to upload a PDF. Now we pass it to form data. I extract here the file, the user ID, project ID, and then we pass here upload file service. Now we import here the upload file service in order to upload a file. Okay, as you can see, and then here we pass here we invoke here the upload file. We pass the file, and then we're gonna upload here file. And as you can see in here, guys, we get here the file name. We get the file name, and then we take the file name. We pass it to the doc embedding pipeline in order to convert the PDF, in order to upload a PDF within a vector database. Like this, I pass in here. You can see pass the file name, project ID, and the user ID. And then we're gonna return here this message. Okay, like this. And we just finished. Now if we head into the browser, and you can see in here, guys, I've already passed here a project. Let me see here. You can see we got here entitled project. So we're gonna click here, and now we're gonna pass here ChatPDF. Okay, and then I'm gonna head into the execution chart. You can see actually we got here this button. Now I'm gonna click here in order to upload a PDF. I'm gonna pick here this PDF. Okay, you're gonna see we're gonna upload it. If I head into in here, let me scroll the bottom. Yeah, you can see we upload it. File uploaded successfully. Now what we're gonna do next, we're gonna train the agent builder to build us a ChatPDF agent. Actually, the agent builder doesn't know how to do it. Now we're gonna, I'm gonna show you an example of a ChatPDF agent, the structure. You can see we got here simple agents. It is here the input node, and the input node here, it is an embedding mode node here, and an embedding mode node, it is here a child node, which is pinecone node here. And the manager node here, it is a tool that allows it to retrieve data from a vector database. As you can see, if I head into agents runner, you can see we got here agent runner. If I head into, let me head into here, agent runner, and you can see we got here tools, and we got here query vector DB. Now, if I scroll the bottom, you can see we got here tool retriever. Here's the tool. This is the tool that we're gonna pass to the agent in order to retrieve data from a vector database. And you can see inside the tool, we pass here query vector DB function. And here's the function that we use in order to retrieve data from a vector database. Now, once we have here retriever tool, we pass the tool to the agent. The agent is gonna be able to retrieve data from a vector database. Now, what I'm going to do next, I'm going to head into the node registry. And inside the node registry, you can see we got here node registry type, and you can see we got here retriever. If the agents pass here this, it pass to a tool node. Let me present you first this agent tree, like this. We got here that example of a PDF agents. You can see in here we got the manager node here, which is the PDF agents, and it is here a model, and it is here tool. Here's the tool, and as you can see, we got here retriever. Yeah, you can see node registry. You can see we got here node registry is equal to retriever. When the agent has a node registry as retriever, it means we're gonna use here the tool. Okay, if it is this, it's gonna be able to retrieve data from a vector database. Now, this is the structure that we're gonna pass to the agent builder. And also, we're going to inform the agent builder to know how to adapt this, to know how to add a ChatPDF agent to an existing agent. You can see we got here SheetAgents. Here's the SheetAgents. Okay, SheetAgents. Let's say I wanna add here the possibility to upload a PDF. Okay, as I want to add the possibility to upload a PDF, I'm gonna add here this. I'm gonna add here the embedding model and pinecone. We're gonna add here this to the input node, and we're gonna pass to the SheetAgent here a retriever tool. We're gonna pass this. Now we're gonna explain the agents how to do it. We're going to explain the agent builder how to do it. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to head into the skills folder. You can see we got here the skills folder. Okay, I'm not heading to in here. You can see we got here a skill, json-agent-builder. Let me zoom a little bit. json-agent-builder. You can see we got here examples. I've already passed here an example of a ChatPDF agent. If the agent wanna create a ChatPDF agent, it can reference to it. It can reference to the file so that it cannot do whatever you want. And if I ask the agent to modify an existing agent, like a SheetAgent, I want you to add the possibility to upload a PDF with the SheetAgent. It's gonna add here this, and it's gonna pass to an agent or sub-agent, a retriever tool. And then we're gonna be able to do Q&A over doc with the agents. And as you can see, by default, actually, this button is visible. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm gonna add here a check. We are going to do this. If we got here this, if the agent has this, and it is this, it is an embedding model, and it is here pinecone, we are going to display the button. We're gonna display the button. If it doesn't have that, we are going to hide the button. We're gonna hide it. This is the rule. You get the idea. Now I'm gonna take this, create a PDF, and take this prompt. We're gonna pass it to the agent builder. Create a ChatPDF agent. The input node must have this embedding model node with one child only. And you can see here's the structure: node name, embedding, parent node, pass the embedding one, and we erase here child. Then I pass here another message for retrieving the data. The manager node or sub-agent node must have the tool that allows it to retrieve data into a vector database. The tool name is retriever. You can check the node registry, you'll find it there. Create a reference for ChatPDF agents in JSON-agent-builder Skil. Don't forget to reference an example of the ChatPDF agent into the ChatPDF reference. How to know if a user can use this structure? If a user wants you to build a ChatPDF agent, or if the user may have an existing agent, but he wants to upload a file and perform cleaning of a document. To do so, you may add embedding mode nodes as child node to input node and vector.db node as child node to embedding mode nodes. You may add a retriever tool to sub agents or to a manage agent. Okay, this is the input. Now I'm gonna cut this, and then we're gonna train here we're gonna ask the agent builder to modify the skill. Okay, I'm gonna head into here. First of all, here's the sheet agents. We're gonna go back here, and then we're gonna pick here the ChatPDF agents, and I'm pass here hello like this. We're gonna see first what the agents are gonna do here. I'm pass here hello, and as you can see, actually we are compiling here. The agent respond here. You can see hello Ben, how are you doing today? Okay, now I'm gonna pass here this input, and then I'm tap inner. We just pass here the input. Now it's gonna work on it. Okay, start working, and as you can see, it start working, guys. They pass control to another agent. Okay, start working, guys. Start working. Okay, as you can see, created to do immediately. Okay, it created to do. Okay, here's the to do here, guys. And as you can see, actually the agent is updating the JSON-agent-builder skill. Okay, it's updating it. Okay, it's updating it. And now we're gonna wait a bit until it finish. And guys, you can see actually the agent finished working. Now what I'm going to do in here, I'm gonna ask the agent to build us a ChatPDF agent. Okay, I'm pass here, build me a ChatPDF agent, then save it into the database. I'm tap this, and then it's gonna start working on it. Okay, it's gonna start working on it, and now the agent is working. Okay, the agent is working, guys. Okay, the agent is working. Let's see what we're gonna have here. Okay, start working, guys. And here you can see we got this. You're gonna see for this agent here, we don't have a lot of stuff in here. If I head into the agent tree, as you can see, this is that example that we passed to the agent builder. And as you can see, we don't have here the system prompt. Let me scroll at the bottom. You can see we don't have here system prompt. Okay, as you can see, for the system prompt, you can see we don't have here a huge system prompt. Now you're gonna see when the agent is gonna build this, we're gonna have here in our name of the agents, we're gonna have here something new. Let's head into the browser and see what we got here. Oh yeah, it finished. Okay, it finished here. It finished. Okay, it finished. Yeah, it finished, guys. And as you can see, okay, as you can see, we got here something like this. Beautiful and amazing. Okay, you can see it is here something beautiful. You can see minimax here. Use here minimax. Okay, we got here minimax. We got here the retriever. Okay, and also it pass here website agent. Yeah, I pass here a website agent because I didn't ask it to. I wasn't too specific. That's why I did this. And you can see we got here this. Okay, let me reduce here the zoom a little bit. Okay, you can see we got here this. And we got here this too. Okay, this is a PDF agents, ChatPDF agents. You can see actually works pretty well. And we can start interacting with the ChatPDF. Okay, now let me do this. I'm gonna move here my agents. Okay, and it's gonna start working, guys. Okay, great guys. Everything is working pretty well, guys. You can see actually the agent is pretty smart. Okay, it finished working here. Now, what we're gonna do next, we are going to test now these agents. Now we're gonna test these agents. Okay, we're gonna head into the execution tab and then we're gonna test these agents. Before we test it, I'm going to head into the query vector DB tool. And as you can see, in order to retrieve data from a vector database, we pass here project ID and user ID. Now we're gonna extract these property from the configurable objects like this. And here you're gonna pass here config and then pass here any like this. Okay, like this. And we're going to get rid of this property here, and we pass here only one input, which is the query. The agent's gonna use the tool in order to retrieve data from a vector database. You can see pass here the name is retriever, and we pass here little description. Okay, now I'm going to pass here. I'm gonna pass here console.log and pass here agent is retrieving. Okay, and I'll pass this again. And now let's head into the browser and we're gonna try this. Okay, I think everything is ready here. Now we are going to head into the browser and we're gonna try this. Okay, it's the agent. I'm not heading to here, and now pass here hello. The second agent is a ChatPDF agent. I'm gonna tap enter. And this is the PDF I've uploaded into the system. We already uploaded this PDF, guys. You can see it talks about RAG. We already uploaded it. Now I'm going to add something to the agent about this PDF. Like, let me see. I can copy even this. How does retrieve augmented generation work? I can copy this. And then let's see if we're gonna have something like this. Okay, I'm gonna head into here. And then I'll pass this. Okay, how does retrieval augmented generation works? Okay, the agents know that. I can pass here. I'm gonna pass. You can see if I pass here this, how does retrieve augmented generation work? You can see actually the agent know that. Okay, okay, it responds here immediately. Now I'm passing fetch the data into the PDF. If I pass something like this, we're gonna fetch data into the PDF. And you can see it transfer the input to the ChatPDF agents. Okay, as you can see, transfer the inputs. Okay, I've transferred your request to Assistant 2. Okay, continue. Let me see here. We're gonna head into in here, and then I'm gonna check here something. Yeah, you can see actually I'm getting an error here. You can see unknown model provider minimax. Unknown model, we got here an error. As you can see, we got here an error. That's why it doesn't work. Error unknown model provider minimax. Yeah, I'm gonna ask the agent to fix that. Yeah, you can see. Let me head into in the agent builder folder. I'm gonna head into here. You can see we got here. I'm gonna head into the working agent folder. And you can see ChatPDF agents. Okay, we got here the to do ChatPDF agents. Okay, we got here the ChatPDF agents. And here you can see we got here the model node. You can see we got here model. And let me scroll the bottom here. Let me check here. Yeah, you can see pass here. Provider, pass here. As you can see, we got here an error. Provider pass here minimax instead of fireworks. Okay, I'm now reduce here the zoom. You can see we got here an error. And I'm going to ask here the agent to fix that. I'm now heading to here. I'm gonna increase here the width and pass here fix the error into the we're gonna pass here fix the error into the ChatPDF agents. The provider should always be Fireworks. Okay, and pass here fix this and check the skills before updating the ChatPDF agents and fix all errors. We're gonna pass here this and it's gonna work on it. Okay, actually they're gonna fix here the agents. Okay, start working again, start working. And guys, the agent finished working. As you can see, finished working. Now we're gonna head into the execution tab here and now pass here fetch the data. I'm gonna pass this again and we're gonna see if the agent's gonna call the retriever tool here. Let me check here. Okay, you can see the transfer here, the pass control to the second agent. Okay, let me check here if it call here tool. Okay, actually it doesn't call the tool and we don't have here an error. Okay, I've transferred your input to assistant 2. Okay, let me know. Yeah, you can see we got something from the agents. Okay, do you have a PDF document like to upload or extract data from? Okay, we got here some clarification question. I'm gonna pass you this. I have already uploaded a PDF. I'm gonna pass you this. Okay, I'm pass here fetch me now the data about my input and pass this. Okay, let's see here again. You can see again the agents pass here clarification question. Once I have access to the PDF or more details, I'll be able to help you extract data. And here, the PDF agents knows how to fetch data into the vector DB. It is a retriever tool. I'm tap enter and it's gonna do it. Okay, you can see pass here control. Let me see here pass here the inputs. Okay, let me see here again. It doesn't call here the tool. It doesn't call here the tool again. Okay, what specific information you can see pass again a clarification question. What specific information data would you like me to fetch from your PDF? And pass here, let me copy the inputs. Okay, how does retrieve augmented generation work? I'm gonna copy that and then I'm passing here. Okay, let's wait a bit. And you can see again it responds here immediately. It doesn't fetch the data from the PDF. I'm gonna pass here as fetch data from my PDF. Okay, you know the LLM knows about RAG. Now I pass here fetch data from my PDF and it's gonna do it. Oh yeah, you can see actually fetch data from PDF and you can see loading raw documents. Okay, fetch data from a PDF. Yeah, you can see at the bottom here. Okay, you can see delegates retriever agents. Okay, actually they fetch data from the vector database. You can see call here retriever tool and here's the query retrieve augmented generation. Okay, succeed. As you can see, fetch data from a retriever. And you can see we got here the message agent is retrieving. Okay, we passed that in here. If I head into the retriever tool, I'm not heading to read sheets. As you can see, we got here query vector DB file, and you can see I pass here this agent is retrieving, and we got something like this. Okay, agent is retrieving here. Agent is retrieving, and it means the agent fetched data from the vector database. Now you can see it fetch here the data. Okay, you can see it pass here that input to the second agent and it fetch data. Okay, I've successfully fetched the data from the PDF. You can see I've successfully fetched data from your PDF. Here's what I found about retrieval augmented generation, how RAG works from PDF. RAG is an AI framework that combines traditional information retrieval system. And you can see we got here this. We got here retrieval and pre-processing, augmented generation. We got literally everything in here. We got here various AI RAG engine. Yeah, I fetch data from the PDF. And if I copy this, various AI search, I'm gonna copy this and I head into in here, type here Ctrl F. You can see we got here various AI. Okay, it retrieved data from the PDF. It works pretty well. Okay, it works pretty well. And this is how we can create a PDF agent, guys. You just know how to do it. Now, in order to make this agent pretty smart, you need to train it more times. Okay, can pass here little warning, like this. Okay, like this, we're gonna pass a little warning, guys, to make, yeah, you have to know this, to make the agents smart. Train it more times, more iterations, you're gonna make your agent better. It means if you train it a lot, the agent is gonna improve a lot. If you don't train it a lot, it's not gonna improve a lot. Okay, this is how we do it. In order to make an agent better at a given task, you need to train it a lot so that it can generalize. Okay, I think you get the idea. It's better to train it a lot, guys. You get the idea. Alright guys, now we're gonna learn how to build an image agent. This image agent is gonna be able to read an image and describe what it sees on the image. That is the goal of these image agents. Now we're gonna head into inside of our app here, and you can see actually we got here the ChatPDF. I'm gonna click here back, and I'm gonna click here new. Okay, we're gonna pass here another project. Okay, let me go back here. I'm gonna click here again. Okay, you can see in here we got here this and pass here image agents. Okay, like this image agents. Now what I'm going to do in here, guys, I'm going to pass here an input. Here's the input I'm gonna pass here. I'm going to craft here the inputs. Let me pass here the inputs. Pass here build me an image reader agent. Okay, this is the inputs that we're gonna pass to the agents. Only the manager agents with model and pass GLM, and okay, I'm gonna pass build me an image agent, only the manager agents with GLM model, and I'm gonna tell the agent to use the image reader. I'm gonna take here this, and I'm gonna pass build me an image reader agents, only build me an image reader agents. I'm gonna pass here only tool, and we're gonna pass here for the model use GLM. I'm passing this and like this, and now we're gonna copy this input, and then we're gonna pass it to the image. Now we're gonna copy this input and we're gonna pass it to the agent builder. I'm gonna take that and pass in here, and it's gonna do it. And once it finishes, we're gonna get here a fully working agent. And here's how it's gonna work. You can see we got here the user. The user gonna pass here an image URL, and then the agent is gonna describe what it sees on it. Okay, and let's work with it now. Let's go back here and see what we got in here. Actually, the agent is building here the agent, and once it finish, we're gonna see it in here. Let's see here, guys. Okay, let's see. Okay, actually the agent is working. Okay, actually is working. Yeah, as you can see, guys, the agent finished working. And we got here the image reader agents, and it is here an image reader tool. Okay, it works pretty well. Now we're gonna head into the execution tab, and we're gonna pass here the second agent is an image reader agents. We pass it an image URL, and then it describe what he sees on it. Okay, here's the input. I informed the memory agent that the second agent is an image reader agent. Okay, and if I pass here this image, it's gonna do it. You can see we get here this image. Now I'm going to pass here the URL. Before I submit this, let me show you something. You can see if I head into the node registry, you can see we got here image reader. So the image reader is a tool that allows the agent to read an image and describe what it sees on it. Now let me head into we're gonna head into the image tools and pass image tools, and you can see we got here to read image. We use the tool in order to read an image, and as you can see, we pass here the API key, and I take here the image, I convert it into base64 URL, and then I take that, I pass it to the model. Okay, here's how I pass to the model. You can see I pass here human message, and I pass here content, we pass here text, and here I pass here the prompt, and then I pass here the image URL, and I pass here the base64 string of that image. And then we're gonna pass here model that invoke. We're gonna invoke the model, and then once the model finish reading the image, we're gonna get here the contents. Now I'm going to head into here, and then I'm gonna submit this. Okay, we're gonna run this. I can pass here read this image. Okay, we're gonna pass something like this, and now it's gonna do it. Okay, you can see actually pass here control to the second assistant, and it's gonna do it. Actually, it's working. And if you wanna get the model, if you wanna generate an image too, you can head into chat fireworks. Let me show you something. Head into chat fireworks, and then you're gonna see we got here visions. Head into models, and then you're gonna see here vision model. Pick here queen. You can see a pick here queen. As you can see, I'm using here queen. Queen is a thinking model. Let me show you something right here. As you can see, I'm using here queen. Head into chat fireworks. You can pick here queen or Kimi or Jema4 or whatever you want, guys. Pick here a model that allows to read an image. Pick that, and then you're gonna come back here. You're gonna see the agents here. Okay, pick that, and then it's gonna work. And guys, you can see actually we got here the image description. You can see we got in here image description. This is a screenshot of a workflow agent building interface, likely for an AI development tool. Key elements, project information. We got here the project name and titled. We got here active tab, visual editor, and with execution tab available. We got here the left panel. We got here center visual workflow. We got here input node with assistant. You can see actually the agent is able to read an image. Okay, actually works pretty well. And here I'm gonna pass here for the title of our project is image reader, like this. Okay, and we just finished. And now we're gonna move to the reset agents. For the reset agent, we already finished. It was the demo of the second part. Okay. Now we're gonna work on the last chapter. Okay, we're gonna work on the right panel, and you can see here's the right panel. If I select here this node, I'm gonna have the possibility to visualize the system prompt, but also I can see the description of an agent. Now, if I head into here, you can see if I select here the agents, we get here the image reader agents, and if I click here, I have the possibility to see here the name of the agent, image reader. And I can see here the system prompt. If I go back here, I'm gonna click here projects, and I'm gonna pick here the sales agents. We get here sales agents. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm gonna pick here sales agents, and then you can see in here we have 4 sub agents. I have the possibility to see the system prompts of each agent here. I can click here, and I can visualize here the system prompt, and I have the possibility to see here the description. We got here the communication agents. I can see here the system prompt. Okay, I can see it. Okay, now we're gonna learn how to do that. And this is pretty easy, guys. This is gonna be a homework. Okay, you can see. Here's what you're gonna do, guys, in order to do it. You're gonna create a node configurator. This is gonna be a component. And then inside of it, you're gonna pass in a condition. If we got here agents, if you select here the agent node, you're gonna return here the agent config panel. If we got here sub agents, you're gonna return the agent config. Yeah, if you got here sub agents, you're gonna return here too the agent config panel. If you got here tool, you're gonna return the tool node config panel. You can see we got here, you need to create configuration panel for each node. Okay, it's pretty easy, guys. You're gonna do it. And in order to participate to the work, guys, this one is gonna be a homework. You're gonna participate to the work, to the video. Okay, you're gonna do this, guys. Okay, and then you're gonna finish. It's pretty easy. You're gonna do this. Now we're gonna move here to this point. We're gonna fix here the sales agents. Okay, we're gonna fix the sales agents. I'm gonna show you something. If I head into here, you can see we got here the sales agents. Okay, and it is here sub agents. As you can see, these sub agents here. Let me do this so that we can see this pretty well. You can see we got it is here for sub agents. This sub agent here that I'm moving, it is here a model which is minimax. The communication agents, it is here model which is minimax. But if you check here the knowledge FAQ agents, it doesn't have here a model. It is here only a set tool. Now, in order to link, sometimes you may ask the agent to build for you an agent, and it did it, but sometimes it may forget to link a model to an agent. You can do something like this. I can move this here and it's gonna work. I can move that here too. I'm gonna link here an agent I'm gonna pass here an agent, and then you're gonna click here save, and it's gonna do it. We're gonna save here everything here. You're gonna pass this and this here, and then you're gonna save the position. You're gonna save the ages array. You're gonna save it into the database so that later it can work. Okay, this is how we do it. And that's all, guys, for this video. I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.